I'm watching Vidmias of Vin.
Alright, we are live. So, it's going to be a very interesting podcast today because it may or may not take a while to do. I'm pretty sure it's going to be an hour and a half, and that's about it. To be completely honest, do appreciate anyone watching this as a VOD or anything like that. Not much gaming news has happened. And yeah, we're
Just
going to talk
rumors.
quickly several things. Starting with PS5 logo, Xbox Series X chip, um, E3 2020, RE3 trailer, and that's and no games coming out in January and February, so it's looking sparse there. And yeah, and then quickly Morbius, and that's about it. And also the teases from WB. But before we get into that, of course, for the new year, we got Blessed Red here, Jigga and Taladia. And
Yup.
Hello.
do wish everyone a happy new year. Hope everyone, obtains the resolutions and all that stuff. And yeah, even though I don't think, some resolutions are way unobtainable than others. Hope you guys get that. And yeah, I guess we can go with the shortest, like the smallest news bits. And the first one would be PS5 logo at CES. Not really surprised. I didn't expect them to change anything drastically because, it's a brand, You don't really want to change it. You want to have everyone familiarized with it. So I'm not surprised. It's not a shocker. I personally didn't think Sony would show up at CES, of course. I meant, PlayStation themselves, not Sony. But I did think they were going to be a little bit of a presence because they're always there, but they always talk numbers, so I didn't think they would, they basically reiterate everything that they said in the Wire article, and yeah, they just showed off the logo and the PSVR numbers as well. They're at 5 million, so congrats on that, and 38.8 million PS Plus subscribers, and 106 million PlayStation 4 consoles sold to consumers, and 103 monthly active users. So yeah, if people thought PlayStation would give up those PS Plus subscribers, think again, because they're making about what did we say, Bless? Like when we were doing math calculations before, like almost 2 billion.
You said half. You said half a billion, right?
Like half a billion, maybe 2 billion. I don't remember. It's a run that ballpark, 1.5 billion to 2 billion.
They
Something
make
like
it. They making bank off of that.
so.
There's
Yeah.
no way, y'all fellas. People gonna have to keep paying for PS Plus for
For a long time.
until they stop making consoles, I guess. Cause
Well, even then, I think they'll still do it up a paywall.
like fucking via like
Yeah,
streaming
something like
payments.
that. Well, especially with
Oh,
multiplayer games, maybe. That's what I'm
oh
thinking,
no.
but
Imagine if PS Now you had to pay for PS Plus. Currently, you don't in order to play multiplayer games. But if they were to mandate that, oh man, and then they cut out consoles, oh no,
Yep.
that would be cursed.
Yep.
But it is what it is.
Anybody else have anything to say regarding PS5 logo, the numbers, SCES?
Nope.
No.
No one was hyped for the logo.
I mean, it's the logo after all, and it was expected of them to at least show that, not
Yeah.
anything else. Like
Yeah.
I didn't expect them to show the console. Yeah, I would expect them to show it later on.
I just on my Twitter timeline, I just saw a lot of logos versus chips on my timeline. I was just
Yeah.
interested about that. I was like,
Mhm.
this is the fuck
Yep.
console. Console war is like the most boring it's ever been.
Mhm.
Like, what the fuck is that?
And I don't know if Jig is here right now, but yeah, I guess we could talk quickly about the Xbox Series X chip, which was shown off at CES. People thought that Microsoft would show up at like the AMD stage. They didn't, except for supposedly their console was fake render was shown off as what the AMD, like the backside, and Microsoft was like, nah, that's a fake render. I was like, oh damn, AMD didn't do their homework, didn't discuss it with Microsoft. They just
some random
shit.
shit.
So, yeah, and then fanboys for the Xbox Series X. Oh gosh, when they saw 8K on that chip, they were like, yo, we're getting 8K gaming, even though 8K TVs are really like
expensive.
So expensive. That's definitely not gonna happen. Even PC games can't really do like 8K, like the graphics cards can't go up to 8K. We don't even have like a monitor, or if there is, it's a really expensive.
There was a Dell 8K monitor, I think like 2 years ago.
Oh jeez.
At some convention, it was 8K 60 FPS. And I don't know what the pricing was. All you need to know is you probably can't afford it.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So.
But yeah, like a $2,500 RTX Titan can like not even do 30 FPS at 8K on Gears 5, but 8K gaming, baby.
The only thing people will say, well, there are some games like indie games. Of course, indie games could do that. Like
it's more likely.
Less intensive, yeah.
It's more likely, but I that will still be fucking intensive. Like it will be the console will like it will be using it'll be like a jet engine, but for an indie game. Like how like you're like Uncharted 4 makes the PS4 a jet engine.
Yeah.
But it would be like that for an indie game if you're trying to push 8K. Because even if it's like only an indie, like Ori, if it's only an indie game at 60 FPS, it's still pushing four times the pixels that 4K is pushing. So it's a lot of fucking pixels.
Yeah, and what else? Yeah, that was it. The people were just doing the card thing, and I'm like, yo, this is so disgusting. PS5 logos, the chips, like, gosh dang, guys, just chill. And my thing is, it's like, no, it's also the thing is, like, Xbox, like diehards were also like, well, Sony didn't really show much, like, at CES, and I'm like, also Xbox didn't. What are you talking about? A chip isn't really doing anything at CES. Like, what?
Yeah, showing off the chip is, like, okay.
Yeah, like, the chip means nothing. So.
It's like there's no information. It's just a chip that says 8K, which is very.
Yeah, the 8K scribbled on it, and that's it.
Yeah.
I will say at least we've moved on from the teraflop conversation. I don't think we haven't covered that, but
yeah, no,
we can cover that
haven't.
if you want to.
So, I guess we can talk about that now, because it's so weird. Because it's all rumors and speculations. Xbox is possibly at 11 to 12 teraflops, right? And then PlayStation's 8 teraflops or 4 teraflops or 2. I don't know, one or the other.
Yeah.
But then I'm hearing other reports saying that it might even be up to 14. No one really knows the numbers. No one knows. And we don't even know how to measure teraflop. Like, us consumers don't know that. And I don't care what people say. It's like, no one knows unless you're up in NVIDIA or AMD.
It's pretty much how many, like, calculations GPU can do in a certain amount of time. And that's cool and all, but, like, that's not the end-all. People have to realize. Teraflops is not the end-all, be-all for GPU performance. It is literally one metric. If you bring the same type of mentality into the discrete GPU market, where you look at NVIDIA GPUs versus AMD GPUs, what is it, the Radeon 64?
Yeah.
The Radeon Vega 64 has more teraflops than a 1080 Ti. But which would you buy? A 1080 Ti, because a 1080 Ti is much stronger than a fucking Vega 64. Teraflops is only but one metric of performance. In game is everything, like all these benchmarks and stuff. None of that matters until you actually see it in game.
Yeah.
In-game performance is what matters over anything else.
Exactly.
And
what else can we say? Yeah, it's like at the end of the day, we need to see benchmarks, everything like that. Because we like everyone that tries to pretend to be the tech experts that don't ever go to their channels and think you're getting expert opinions when you're not. It is what it is. If you're going to some tech expert, go to Digital Foundry or something like that.
Yeah,
because that's the only one you could really go to. And I just find it crazy that both PlayStation people and Xbox people flip-flop on Digital Foundry. It's whatever that suits their narrative at the end of the day. But they're the ones telling you things and stuff like that, which we're going to go into when it comes to limitations on system hardware that they talked about, and certain people don't want to hear it. But before we do that, rumors and speculations are going into a March announcement of Ampere NVIDIA graphics cards. So take it with a grain of salt, but it seems like it's more than likely that they're going to be showing off those cards in March and releasing them around the summer time frame. They normally do that with their graphics cards around June/July, or even August. So you're gonna be seeing 3000 series, 3060, 3070, 3080, 3080 Ti. I don't know about 60 because I don't remember when they released the other cards that they had the 60 come out in that time frame or later.
Oh yeah, I think the upper range cards are supposed to be coming out first.
So I don't know if that's the 70, 80, and 80 Ti, or 60 comes later as well. So I forgot about that time frame. But yeah, they've been saying that's supposed to be at 50% performance, which of course NVIDIA
yeah, that must be capped.
Which we don't know, and then half of the power outage or something like that. So
yeah.
So we don't really know because it doesn't make sense when you're having more power, like the outage will not decrease. So it's weird.
I feel like the rumors are capped. I feel like it's gonna be like a regular. Like AMD is not pushing them in the GPU sector, so I feel like they wouldn't do another. They wouldn't do another 1080 Ti.
Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna happen. I feel like it's definitely gonna be like a regular, modest upgrade where it's gonna be like 20 to 30% faster than the 2080 Ti.
Yeah.
50%. I don't believe that.
Okay. Give me a sec. So yeah. All right. So what? Also, they're saying that the GPUs will be cheaper, which may have some credence or may not have some credence. They did get backlash, of course, for the
20 series.
Yeah, the 20 series.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't it's like 50-50, Like hopefully they do, because the TI series, they're not supposed to be $1,200. They're supposed to be about around the $800 to $900 price range, and the 80 series is supposed to be cheaper than that. But hopefully that is the case, because when I upgrade, it'll be way easier. On me.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah, but I definitely will, go into doing that, because I want to play my games at 4K max, which will be majority of the games, but probably not Red Dead 2. Hopefully it is, but I have the low doubts about that. Like if it does happen, I will be super happy. If it doesn't, at least it'll be almost maxed at 60.
How much the 2080 Ti right now?
Yeah.
It does it like at what?
30.
Is it under 30?
It's 20. Like it dips to like 20 something frames, like 30 to 20, or I think the max was maybe 37 frames.
So I believe like the 3080 Ti is gonna be like maximum of like 50.
Yeah.
55, like 55 on a good day. Because that game is just ridiculous, but
yeah. So, yeah. All right, I guess we can go into the next set of news. We can talk quickly about the next Batman Arkham game, and let Taladia talk more about that, because I know there was also a new thing where people were adjusting the brightness or something like that for the image on Reddit, and is showing some images of potentially a map of some sort. I don't really know much about what the map area is, because I didn't look much into that part.
Right. So WB Montreal teased their next game on their Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and it basically said "Capture the Night." And then I believe a few hours later they put the full image up, and it says /redacted. Now, if you go to their website, WB Montreal, WBGames Montreal.com/redacted, it'll come up with a big wheel, or dial, I should say, with two of the images which they've already shown, which is the one which they showed on the 9th of January, and the Demon's Head, which was shown back in September, and you've got 8 empty squares. Now, people have been doing research and trying to tamper with the image and whatnot, and they came up with an image with red blocks of some sort. And some people have been saying, "Oh, it's to do with the Court of Owls cover." Some people are saying, "Oh, it's to do with WB Montreal's headquarters." I'm just like, nope, I don't think it's any of those. But I believe, this is what I truly believe, that the images that are blanked out at the moment, they'll be filled over time leading up to the announcement or the reveal trailer, right? And then the inner circle, which has 4, could potentially be the Bat family. And just yesterday, Roger Craig Smith was trolling, and so did the developers from WB Montreal. And as Roger Craig Smith tweeted out, and I quote, he put in a tweet, thing confirmed. That thing you wanted to be announced confirmed by me, a voice actor with a party following, because the companies I work with, millions of followers, want this to be account to break the news based solely on your replies from my previous post. And then the game director for Warner Bros. Games Montreal said, "Man, I feel you," with the laughy emoji.
Damn.
With a crying emoji, basically. And it's interesting to see this, but my guess is that Warner Bros. Games Montreal and Roger Craig Smith are indeed working on this game. Now the question is, of course, the reveal. My guess is, I've seen some stuff on Reddit and also on Twitter just recently, is potentially could be February a reveal, potentially. But who knows? It could be March. But we're not going to see anything till they officially announce something. So I wouldn't hope out for something until they say.
What day is that? Is that the one in February or?
So I heard, that they could potentially announce it at the PlayStation event.
Oh.
So you know what?
Interesting.
So you know what the PlayStation event is?
Yeah, we'll
It's
talk
February,
more
right?
about that. We'll talk more about that, but
Apparently that is apparently from what I've heard is that potentially could be the place, but it could be changed to something else. But I also can confirm that Arkham Legacy is not the title that they're going with.
okay. I'm gonna quickly give my opinions. I made it known to Claudia and a couple of people that I've talked to how I personally felt, and actually I tweeted about it. And listen, I don't blame the developers, not at all, about the rollout. I don't.
Or what?
About the rollout for this game, like in terms of marketing and whatnot. And give me a quick sec. So I don't I actually quote myself correctly. Christ. So let me go into this. I think I found it. Okay.
What was it? The image?
No, it's I'm trying to actually find it. Okay, here we go. The rollout for this game is terrible. You had teases in September, and now you would think they would have announced the game and show a trailer. If I was in the marketing team for this game, I would have teased and shortly after released a CGI trailer of the game. Notice I did not say gameplay. I did not say demo. Just a CGI trailer of it. Personally, I think if you're almost done with the game, that you should just announce it by this point. Not to do any teases, not to do anything like that. And I don't blame the developers. I think they want to, straight up show it off. But it is in WB Games' court about their marketing strategies and all that. So I think this game, out of all the games I've seen for marketing rollouts and pushes and stuff like that, this has been the worst. Like,
yeah.
even worse than Arkham Origins. Like,
Overall, yeah. I understand.
Here's the thing. I feel if
Here's the
here's
thing.
Here's
Don't
the
like
thing.
Kids Move every time he says
This is a better
famous
marketing
sentence.
than the Avengers game.
nah,
I'm not gonna
I don't know about that one. Listen, I don't like the Avengers
Worse
game.
rollout than the better rollout than the Avengers?
Yeah, he's saying better rollout. Like, I don't agree with that, but I don't like the Avengers game from what I've seen. For marketing wise, they've shown a lot in terms of
No,
Oh yeah,
but if you gotta
marketing wise
remember-
they've done a good job.
Remember, when the Avengers game first got announced, they pre-announced it before they should have.
okay.
they said,
I
oh,
know
the-
the same thing happened.
Yeah, they
with
announced it before.
Yeah,
That's
about-
whatever.
Yeah, the same thing happened with the Last Guardian
But
and all that stuff.
but remember, with Square Enix, they said Crystal Dynamics, I should say, they said, 2018, we're gonna show you something. No word from the developers.
Yeah,
Whereas the BB Montreal have, clearly have teased us, and it is obviously something big. And a lot of people are saying it's a cross-gen game, which
I
think
don't
it is.
see. This is the problem. Why
doesn't
why
need
would
to
it be a
be-
cross-gen game if there's backwards compatibility?
Yeah, it wouldn't need to be.
See, I always
WB
hear this. I always hear this because I'm like,
It's WB.
it doesn't make
It's
no.
fine.
I'm hearing this with all games. I'm like, what is the point if you could just put it in your PS5 and they patch it? That's
Yeah,
the thing.
like-
Like I don't understand cross-gen games because the thing was
They're gonna-
back in the PS3 and PS4 it made sense because the architecture was way vastly different and complicated to do backwards compatibility for the PS3 going to the PS4. But now
Yeah.
at this point, you have that, and then Xbox created an alternative method where they do have backwards compatibility now. And all
Yeah,
that
so
stuff.
like what do they plan on doing? Like selling a different
Like people are going
like
to
selling
complain.
a different boxed version?
If people like, I'll
And
say
if you-
this, they're
like,
gonna
what?
complain, and I will even complain if they say we're not gonna patch that game
Oh yeah,
and we're going to sell the
A different version.
enhancements on the PS5 disc / PS5 digital. There will
They
be
would
a lot of
absolutely
backlash.
get outrage.
I
Absolutely.
can see that. I can see the backlash happening anyway because I've seen it from journalists being like, "Why don't you just reveal the trailer?" They've been tweeting at the developers, such as people from IGN to actors to people that basically worked in gaming industry and basically have said to Warner Brothers, "Why don't you reveal the trailer? We've seen enough of these teasers." And I think I can give one good example. It would be from Ryan McCaffrey, who works for IGN. And he basically was just like, we need a trailer now because we've done with these teasers.
Yeah, everyone's getting sick of them. It's like, I don't
Yeah.
blame the devs. I always will continue to say that. I don't blame the devs. I just think the marketing team is just bad. Like,
Yeah.
listen.
Mind you, they just had a new marketing manager as well. So
Damn. This guy is doing not a fantastic job, to say the least.
So-
They're doing
Because
trash.
my thing is, this game is supposed to come out this year. And you guys
Yeah,
still
it's 20
haven't announced it.
it's a 2020 game, regardless of what people say. It is a 2020 game, and
That
it's
shit's
on their
so
website.
cursed, man.
It's on their website. On the website with the dial picture, it shows the DC. It says WBIE, DC, and at 2020. That's what it says.
Yeah.
So that instantly said to me, okay, it's a 2020 game. Now, if I was WB, I would make sure that this game gets full attention, and forget about, you know, Star Wars, because realistically, Star Wars, this Lego Star Wars game isn't gonna really help the AAA studios.
No.
No, but I will say this: that the Lego property for WB, even with video game, it makes them a lot of money at the end of the day.
Yeah, oh, of course, obviously it makes them, a lot of money. It's just the fact that they're not promoting that, and I've seen already you can pre-order the game anyway. So that's pretty much sums up that. But when it comes down to the Batman game, they need to start promoting this stuff a little bit more frequently, and start
They need to just put like a fucking trailer. Like have somebody
a title.
like make a
That's what we need.
trailer within a week or something. Just put out.
I heard it's not even going to be called Arkham. I've heard this as well. I've heard that it's not going to be called Arkham.
See, I don't agree with that. The thing is, Arkham, in terms of like marketing wise,
popularity,
stuff like that, the popularity, everyone will want to buy the game just off the name alone.
It'd probably be Arkham, like in like a random name, like a random second.
Because my thing, I just don't see them saying Batman and just like Batman and just a different title type of thing where it doesn't have Arkham. I don't think that would be a good strategy and all that, because now you're going to confuse people, and people are going to be like, is this part of the Arkham universe? Is like, in terms of that it's not a good thing to do per se, because you just set up 4 Arkham games, like, and you're gonna now say, oh, we're going to not have this be set in this universe. It's a different thing that is not a part of it. See, people are gonna get confused with 4 games, and people are gonna be like, but this game doesn't connect with any of this. No.
You see, from what I've heard, right, is that they're basically trying to separate the previous games and trying to start a rebooted universe, so to say.
See, that doesn't make to me, it's not good per se.
Because apparently Arkham Origins was classed as a failure anyway.
That was them. You can't just say, oh, we're gonna do it. Like, that was all on WB Montreal, with the bugs that came out, the very predictable storyline, the copy and paste boss battles from City. It's like that. You can't blame that on like the franchise of Arkham as a whole.
No, you can't. You can certainly blame
the failure on like the devs, and it is what it is.
You can blame the previous devs, by the way, because they don't even work there anymore. It's just the people who used to work there basically screwed. They tried to make a filler game, and it didn't work out. But now, you've got this Court of Owls stuff, right? They need something big to knock it out the park, and they need to have this game announced. I would say next month, if not by March. Who knows? What do you guys think?
I mean, like I said, like, personally, I think dropping Arkham, that's just bad. And yeah, that's personally my honest opinion on that aspect. You're gonna lose potential sales, confuse people, because I can understand if, let's say, Arkham was put on hold, right, for like 10 years, right? Then I can understand that if you wanted to reboot. But this is still relatively a fresh franchise.
Right.
So,
but it's just that I just feel as if, like, when it comes down to the Batman games, they need a break from it. Like,
I agree with that. I've always said that.
Absolutely.
They need a break from the Batman games and give another character a time to shine. Like, come on, people. Corey Barlog had a flipping great Superman game idea. Nobody picked it up. Not even WB themselves.
Well, he was just giving. I remember that. I think we talked about an episode where like
Yes,
he had an interview and stuff like that. And we talked about how he would do it. My thing is like, those were ideas. Like those WB like. My thing is, if they approached him, they would have to pay him a lot of money to get away from Sony, and Sony is like has money where they're just gonna keep him. Like they keep Neil Druckmann, all those, talented developers. They're not gonna be willing to let them go. You know.
Because I can tell, like, from previous tweets that he's done, like, over the last couple of weeks, was like somebody asked, "Oh, what unannounced new series or new IP would you want to be released or announced 2020?" And he put the Superman image, and then it blew up in a week. Basically, we had like Greg Miller on it. We had Cameron Cuff on this tweet as well, and he would be interested in playing Superman. He has stated as well. So I just feel as if when it comes down to the Batman games, it just after this one needs to stop. Give it a 10-year break or 5-year break. That's what I truly believe, because I'm getting sick of Batman. I'm not gonna lie about that.
He finally says it.
But I'm a Superman fan after all. So
Trash.
Damn, Chico.
And Jigga has finally awakened. Hello.
Jigga finally awake. Yeah. It's just the fact that I feel as if they need other characters, not just Batman. It needs to have other characters.
Of course.
Superman
I know.
Damn.
We know Batman is very popular and shit, but like, come on, bro. That's all they can make? Come on.
Yeah, you need something more entertaining, something that can keep people going. Like I know they're making, like, Rocksteady's making another game of their own, like a game as a service game, but 9 times out of 10, half the fans will buy it, half the fans won't. That's what I know for a fact. And I've already noticed the Arkham fan base. Already, half the Arkham fan base are just like, no, we're not gonna buy the next Rocksteady game, or we're not gonna buy the Batman game, if it doesn't get announced. And they've been harassing the devs, which I do not like to see. Is harass,
Yeah, harassing devs is pussy shit. I don't know.
It's just like a fucking dick move, and honestly, I'm just like, nah, you don't fucking do that type of shit. And I don't care whether you got like 60k subs or fucking 1k subs. You don't do this type of shit, and then say, oh, I want this. I want this game announced. Would you give me a review copy or shit like that? No, that doesn't how it works. You let them do their business. Once it's announced, you'll be happy. You just don't keep on bugging them, because that's what happened to Roger Craig Smith. All his replies were about Batman.
I bet he's like, yo, let me.
And that's why
Actually, there's a new
tweet.
feature on Twitter where you can just like stop people from
the mentions and stuff like that.
Yeah, stop people from mentions. So
Yeah.
people gonna start using that shit.
Oh, yeah,
Devs
dude,
gonna start using
I started
that shit.
seeing like
Motherfuckers not even gonna
limits
be able to
too.
talk.
People seeing limits and stuff like that. And you can't see what they. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm like, yo, I can't even understand this thread because I can't even see what they're.
You can't see what they're writing.
Yeah, because it's like limits on how many people can see what you wrote. So it's like, wow. So like you can't no one else can reply to it essentially.
So here's my question to you guys though: if it wasn't a Batman game, what game would you want as a second game?
In terms of development, easy, and what I've think of WB games and what they made previously, like with Shadow War / Mordor, Wonder Woman would probably be the safest bet to do something like that in the vein of the same type of combat.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman. Okay.
Or Green
What about
Arrow.
you, Jigga? And before you, what was that?
No, what you saying?
If you had to choose, like, if there was no Batman game, like, in development, what other character would you have chosen?
I don't know. I don't really know many of the DC heroes. Definitely wouldn't pick Superman. I can't think of, because I would think if you would do something, it will have to be somebody different from Batman. So
Yeah,
nobody's
combat
slow
wise.
paced, nobody like that. It got to be more action based.
That's
I
why I
don't
said
know.
Wonder Woman, man. We got that combat from the Shadow War in Mordor.
I think, when it comes down to Wonder Woman, me personally, I think you can make a story with her. But it's just the villains. The villains are just lackluster. I'm afraid to
Oh,
say.
dude, a certain person would kill you, sir.
I don't know any Wonder Woman villains now that I think about it, because they never focus on her in
Ares,
like anything.
Ares
Who
and
who who would who
Cheetah.
would, who would, who would kill me? Go on. Who would?
I don't want to say, bro, but someone would.
No, no. Put it in the Discord.
What, you don't know?
No.
Oh
Who
my,
the
are you
fuck is a
kidding
Wonder
me?
Woman? Who's a Wonder Woman stan that you know? Well,
They could probably do something with Black Lightning or
Oh
somebody like
yeah.
that.
Oh yeah. He would. Of course he would. But of course he would. But still, like a Wonder Woman game, I don't see that happening. I don't. I
I,
don't
I
see.
definitely
I don't
see
see.
it. Like, you got that combat system
I don't.
from Shadow War and Mordor.
But
Just
well,
it
like,
would have to be done by
that's just a like
Monolith.
a
It would have to
based
be done
off
by.
of Batman's combat system.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it has the
So you're
sword. You could just implement the shield combat along with the braces and whatnot and the lasso. And you do more with it.
But
Just
it's like
expand the
Captain
evolution.
America.
You know?
I mean, like,
Uh,
if I had WB, if I was WB, right, I would give different studios for different characters, right? Like what?
But they don't
Marvel
have a
is
lot
doing.
of studios.
Yeah.
I mean, true, that is true. But if you got like top tier,
Like, who?
Studios
That's
already.
the thing.
They would
So
have to have
Monolith is a
multiple.
top
They would
tier.
have to have like what, like
They need
six
to open up
multiple
more
top tier.
studios.
Of
Yeah, they would have
course,
to have
yeah.
6 top tier studios to make like. No, I don't. I mean, or it depends. I don't know
Because
how many
Marvel
characters they
is
would
in a
want to do.
situation where they were smart, where they lent out their IPs to devs that they thought were good,
Were
like
worthy.
Insomniac and Crystal Dynamics, which I'm like, but and they kept going to other devs and stuff like that, right? Whereas WB's sake, they own the DC characters.
They
and
own
all that.
DC.
So why would they give it out when they can develop it internally? So that's the thing also, but they don't have that many studios for a game studio, so that's why it
See-
takes forever for them to make DC games.
What they needed to do is to make an unknown developer and basically buy them out. That's what they
Well,
need to
the
do.
thing is, like, WB's not interested in that. That's what Sony and Microsoft are doing now, so it's like,
You see, WB did that when it came down to Rocksteady, and that was because of the Batman Arkham Asylum game. As soon as that was a smash hit, they bought the studio out. So they need to do something similar, but they need to do, like, I believe Monolith should do a Wonder Woman game, in my opinion,
that's what I said.
and just that's what I think.
Nah,
But not to be done by WB Montreal. I think WB Montreal, if they can go back to what they originally had ideas for the Superman game, work on that, but just use the end, like, if you saw Factor 5's what's it called, tech they had, just work on that, like expand on what they had as a demo, because I believe it can be done with that type of mechanic as a combat mechanic and all that, and it looks pretty unique. I've never seen it in a Superman game before, and I believe it can be done with the right people, with the right, people who've worked on the story before, and it can be done. The character's not like unlimited or anything. He can be defeated if you know your comics, and if you know various media where he is weakened, not full strength.
Dying, just come back to life. But
But when it comes down to Batman Arkham, though, I think he's oversaturated. In my opinion, he's overused.
Yeah.
I think they need to stop using him, because they're not using like the Bat family, right? They just put the Bat family into this game now, right? I've heard that. If this is true, and they're putting the Bat family into this game, then why don't you just expand on that? Use these characters in the next second game or whatever. You know what I mean? And it would make sense. Like, wouldn't you guys agree to that some extent? and build on there.
To make them in a different, put the Bat family in different games.
So, the Batman game, you have the introduction to the Bat family, but then in the second project, you have like the Bat family members have their title, so to say, games. So you could have like Robin and
I'm gonna
Nightwing.
be honest. I'll stop you there. I don't think they're that. I don't think they can actually sell games. I'm gonna be completely honest there. And I love Red Hood. I don't even think he would be able to sell a game, either. Like Batman, yes. Nightwing, no.
You don't think
Batgirl,
Batman-
no. Robin, no. Like Justice League, yes. Green Arrow, even iffy on, like there's certain characters. Superman, yeah, but it's like doing that would be interesting, but I don't think it would sell. To be completely honest, people are gonna be like, "Why would I play that? I'd rather play Batman."
No, we
But
definitely need Crypto, the super dog.
come on, Giga. But it's like what they need to do is don't you make the Arkham engine mandatory for every flipping DC game they're gonna make.
Well, no, it's only Unreal Engine. Like, it's
No,
not-
that's what they did with the Suicide Squad game. That's what
Yeah,
they
it's
did with the
Unreal Engine.
Superman
Like
game.
what? Like that's the only one they're
That
going
is-
to. It's like the cheap engine to.
Yeah,
to.
I don't. Yeah, there's no wrong with Unreal Engine.
No. So they use the Arkham engine essentially, which is like a modified version of Unreal Engine.
Yeah, it
and
is.
They used
Yeah.
it for, and they tried to use it for different games that they pre-production.
But the problem is, then they're gonna have to modify another Unreal again, just to make their game, which is gonna take a lot longer too. So it's like at that point, you know, what are you gonna do? You're gonna waste more resources to make another that's way hard. Like that, you're gonna have to develop another engine, create a brand new engine, which is way more expensive. Modify Unreal Engine again, like that's a lot. But you know,
I mean, but who knows? I mean, I've seen so much things over the last 4 or 5 years since it's been Red Hood.
yeah, something like that.
It's been
Since
we've
the
seen a
Arkham.
lot, right?
Right.
From a cancelled Superman game to cancelled Suicide Squad to the cancelled Batman game. Now we got this.
Like I said before, I don't care until they finally show something.
I agree
All
with
this rumor shit, like I don't give a fuck about, bro.
The teasers need to stop.
I've been hearing rumors of like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games, of fucking
man.
canceled Justice League games, of fucking Superman. Like, bruh, show me something, bro. I'm not
I agree with that.
too much bullshit, bro. Like, I
Just show
can't do
this.
it.
Just show this CGI trailer. I think at that point, just show it with the title, and I think we're good. But I guess we'll
Yeah.
move on to the next topic,
Oh.
which
I will
yeah, you
I
go.
will say though, I never got the chance.
Okay, so
I was gonna say I want Flash to have something, but I don't think they will do it. I want to do Green Lantern.
okay,
Green Lantern.
those
They
are
made a
super
Green
hard
Lantern game.
to do. I would say
A
personally.
better Green Lantern game.
Green Lantern is like way. I think they would blow their budget. I think on the Green Lantern. If you need to make a good Green Lantern game, your budget has to be huge.
Yeah, and
They gotta reuse assets, or
I
not.
mean, they'd have to. It'd be the same thing with the Flash. They tried to make a Flash game, and it just
But the
didn't work.
Flash, I'd say, is the hardest one to do. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Yeah,
Like
that
Flash would
is-
be interesting, but it's gonna be super hard to make very flat, like fast combat, and make it fun. It's hard to do, I'd say.
Yeah, that's practically impossible. I know.
Yeah, but I guess we'll go to the next topic, right? And gotta say, January is looking dry. Besides Kingdom
Big
Hearts 3
facts.
Remind DLC, which on what? What you gotta say, sir? Oh, Tokyo Mirage Session? Yeah, I completely forgot about that one for a Switch from Atlas.
Yes, there's
Yeah,
that.
yes, yeah.
Wait, what did
And
you say?
also, we forgot to talk about Avengers unless you want to keep that for later.
Oh, no. What were you gonna say? I was just gonna say January is a dry month. Besides those two things.
Oh, I was gonna say Kakarot comes out this
Oh,
Friday.
man.
I
so,
sleep.
So I heard this, so I want to bring this up.
Uh-huh.
So hopefully, allow me to say this. So I heard that each saga is more than 4 hours long,
Fantastic.
and no,
Right.
this is legit. And
Uh-huh.
somebody actually streamed
Okay.
the game. Somebody actually streamed the game before the embargo lifted for that game,
Bro,
his-
that game is just Xenoverse 3 in disguise. when is everyone gonna figure that out?
No. I'm talking about people breaking embargoes though. It was stupid. Somebody streamed it on YouTube, and basically his stream got taken down, but he's reposting the same stuff that he's done in the live stream, but cut it into pieces. And I'm just like, bro, you're breaking embargoes. Like you say you got early copy of the game, but yet you're breaking embargo. The reviews haven't even come out yet.
To be fair,
Mm.
he probably didn't get it from the company.
He got it from from what's it called, Walmart, whatever it is in the
Yeah.
States.
That's what I'm saying. He got it illegally. He just got it early.
He says, "Oh, I got an early review copy or some shit like that." I saw it.
No,
on
no,
YouTube.
he definitely lied. Review copies you'd be done if you just streamed that stuff early. But no, he probably got that at
Yeah.
Walmart. And, yeah, just streamed it.
Yeah, he says, "Oh, I'm not gonna tell you where I got it." But
Personally, that's a waste of money. He should have saved up for Persona 5 Royal
All the games coming out in
in April.
December. What? April.
April's packed.
Oh,
I'll
I will
that
say
now.
Doom Eternal. I will definitely get to now. Actually, buying it day one now because there's not many
There
games
you
also
go.
coming in March. You know.
Doom. I was
Hey,
thinking
sir,
about getting Doom.
Why you wasting
I was
your
thinking
money?
about getting Doom Eternal.
What you say, Jigga?
Why you wasting your money?
Steal? Wait,
Wait,
you
you're
bought
botting
a
it,
little bit.
dude.
A little
Yeah,
bit.
you're a robot.
Say it again.
I said, why you wasting your money?
Damn.
On Doom Eternal?
They're looking pretty nice. That last trailer was pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie.
You did. Wait, Jake is capping. You said you liked 2016. Stop capping.
Oh, whoa.
I never said that.
Wait.
Oh.
Oh, you did?
Find me saying that and I'll fucking admit I said it, but I never did.
I swear you
Fix your
did.
mic. Your
I
mic's
know,
not
like,
working.
He's fine. He's fine right now.
No, I'll talk to y'all later.
Oh. Oh.
His mic's roboting really bad.
No, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. I thought it was
Nah,
okay.
at the beginning it was.
Yeah, but it was bombed
Yeah.
a little bit, not to the point where I couldn't understand him.
That's what he said. What you call it?
But no, Doom
No, no.
Eternal is looking pretty fire. That trailer that came out was awesome. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, I watched it and oh my god, I am excited for that.
And they said like the frame rates will be great with great visuals. So the PC port is looking like it's going to be awesome.
Oh yeah,
I
that
haven't
piece.
seen
I
it.
played Doom Eternal or Doom on PC. Never went under like 200 FPS. I can't wait to play Doom Eternal.
Dude, I have to wait for that game. That's the thing.
Why?
Because I'm saving up for Batman and PlayStation 5. So.
Mm.
So it's
What?
like.
What games are you gonna get? Are you gonna get Cyberpunk?
No, unfortunately. I wish I could. I wish I could get these games.
Only
off these
Kakarot,
games.
PS5,
You're gonna
and
buy
Batman.
Kakarot, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot over.
I'm game sharing. No, I'm
over-
game sharing with somebody.
Oh,
as
game
well.
sharing?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
game sharing with somebody.
I guess
That's
Batman
what-
that was
So you're
it.
not buying Dragon Ball Z? Okay, good.
No. I bought Kakarot, right?
Oh,
Okay,
you
no, yeah,
bought
alright,
it,
no,
dog.
yeah, no, fuck, no.
You
No,
made it
wait,
seem
wait,
like you
I had
didn't
to
buy it.
explain. No, wait, I had to explain. It's the fact that I had to game share my account to somebody because that he didn't get that. He got what's it called, another anime game. I forgot what it's called now. I think it's One Piece or One Punch Up.
Hashtag stop buying anime.
These are bad
games.
anime games.
People, y'all are buying anime games.
Only anime games you should buy. Persona 5 isn't really an anime game because it's made game first, and then the anime
Yeah.
comes later. So that's not even really one. I would say
Hashtags.
Kill la Kill is the only one I'm interested in, but that's made by Arc. Shit. What's the fighting team? Arc System.
Arc System or Arc,
Yeah, something like that.
Arcworks. Or-
Yeah, something like
it's
that.
the people that make Dragon Ball Fighters.
Yeah, so like Kill la Kill
Arc
looked pretty
System
nice.
works.
So that was like the only one I was interested in. So.
Bro, all I gotta say, 2020, stop buying bad anime games.
Yep.
People love these freaking anime games that are literally just trash. They're like basic combat, basic fucking storytelling, and it's just like,
It's,
but they yell
that's-
and they sound like the characters in the show, and they
My Hero Academia.
like, bro, I
That's
sleep.
Yeah, My Hero's also try. Honestly, this season
Bro,
been
my
mid.
friend bought the original My Hero game that came
Mm.
out like last year or the year before.
Yeah,
That
that was
game is trash. It's just a Naruto. It's just a Naruto reskin. That shit trash.
Yeah.
So it's like
It's
my,
just
my mate
cheap.
bought that, and he was like, "Oh, I can't. Like, I didn't get Kakarot." So he was like, he wanted to play it. I was just like, "No, I'll get it anyway because I'm gonna get it." So I game shared it with him and said, "Look, I don't have enough now for anything. I was gonna plan to get other games." So I said, "No, I'm not gonna get that. I'm just gonna have to get PlayStation 5 with Batman if there's gonna be like a bundle for it."
Yo, I gotta throw you and your game share partner in the trash can, bro. What in the world?
Yeah, dog.
Y'all
I'm
both
little,
buying bad anime
I'm
games.
literally disappointing you, Taladio. I'm
I'm
disappointed.
disappointed over Doom Eternal, Final
Bro, I
Fantasy
wish,
VII Remake, Resident
bro,
Evil 3
Yeah,
Remake,
bro. Wait. I was gonna get.
Cyberpunk.
yeah. That's a lot of games coming
Dude,
out. Last of Us Part
Cyberpunk.
2.
You rather
I
play
haven't
Dragon
finished
Ball
part
Z
one.
Kakarot
Wait. I haven't finished part one
in
yet.
One Piece.
Wait, dude, I'm 50% through that game.
Okay, finish Last of Us, and then you'd be like, dang, I should have saved my money to buy
Bruh,
Last of Us Part 2.
comes out that.
Bro, but
Bro,
but you know what I
rather
also
play
started?
anime games?
But you know what I also started? The
What?
Uncharted collection. I started on that as
Oh
well.
man, you could have also spent like $10 and got Uncharted
You are
4.
out of your god flipping mind, bro. What is wrong with you?
But,
So, no,
good,
but it was free
good
on
guy,
PlayStation
but
Plus.
yeah, I
No,
know.
I'm
Good
not
guy,
talking
but
about
you
that.
could have.
I'm talking about you and your game share partner. Y'all was like, yo, you see all these,
Yeah, you could have
see
just
all
done
these
like,
you see all these good Western games
yo, then, like,
and
never
Japanese
mind.
games. Nah, let me go for the weave shit. It's like, bruh.
Yeah, you guys could have game shared and gotten
He gave me.
Cyberpunk
He got me
and
thing though.
Last of Us
Actually,
Part 2.
wait. He's actually getting Cyberpunk anyway. So
Oh, there you go. You got one.
All right, we got one on the board. All right.
he's getting Cyberpunk anyway. So I'm getting that free.
Uh huh.
So he got us what's it called, another anime game and
Oh
he was
no,
like,
not another one.
no. The one he's getting is like the one after Kakarot, which is I believe My Hero Academia or One
What?
Punch Man.
What?
Or
One
One
of those.
Punch Man.
I can't remember which one
I'm
it is,
disappointed.
but
Bruh. My Hero Academia, the fighting game too? I see.
no, it's I think
Yo,
it's an
tell him
open
to
game.
save money and get RE3 remake.
You don't even know what he buying.
Bro,
Yo, tell him to buy a good game. How about that? Come on, bro.
Disappointed, Taladio. I mean,
Bro,
you buy
but
what
I
your
think-
own money, but you could be experiencing
hey.
better games.
But
I will
like
say that.
when I bought, it was for me. It's like, hey, I'm getting a free game out of him anyway. So I'm more than a free game. So
Mm-hmm.
so I'm getting more than that. Like he's got me tons of shit anyway. So like he got me Call of Duty, which I never played Call of Duty in fucking 3 years.
Yeah.
So I started playing that. Now and I bought Kakarot, so I thought I'd pay him back the favor. So I said, look, I'll pay you back the favor, get you the season pass as well.
Mm-hmm.
Why not, right?
Well,
So,
I'm disappointed.
but it's but yeah, somebody broke the embargo on Kakarot, which still is stupid. They shouldn't do that, and I wouldn't recommend any of you guys do that shit. Break an embargo. That's
I wouldn't
not even-
recommend playing that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's
What?
new.
Sorry.
No, I'm talking about any game because if you think about it, you break an embargo for any game, you're screwed. Especially if it's Bandai Namco, because they
Playing
screwed us.
it. If you're playing it, it's whatever. But don't stream it or something. You're asking to get shot.
No, some guy actually streamed it.
Well, he's
And
asking
actually-
to get shot unless he had permission straight from them.
Nope, he had no permission or anything, and
Well, he got shot.
He was like, "Oh, I live by the edge. Life's by the edge."
I like that.
I'm just like, okay.
That reminds
okay.
me. That reminds me of my younger Twitch days when I got banned off of.
Wait, you got banned on Twitch? But still, like honestly, guys. So that's Kakarot. What's happening? It's over 4 hours for each saga. So I thought I'd just mention that.
Oh, so I guess we can talk about right now.
Avengers.
No. What? No.
Red.
Reconnection successful. Okay, we're back. So
Jigga is big
apologize. Don't know
It's the-
why, but stream is back.
Guys, it was the power of Kakarot.
Oh my! Shut up! Shut up! Talk about power of Kakarot. Uh-oh. What is happening here? Okay. So, yeah. So, I don't want to hear that. We're going to talk about RE3 remake Nemesis trailer. Nemesis looks awesome. A lot of people are worried about this remake for whatever reason. I don't understand the concern. I think it's actually mainly mainly having to do with there's two different development teams, right? The RE2 team and then this team. And from what I've seen, I'm not seeing anything to be worried about, you know. Like
It apparently put faith back into some non-believers because I mean, when they started giving out info for the game, people were kind of getting skeptical.
Yeah. So, personally, I'm just like, from what that trailer looked awesome. Nemesis looked awesome, and then you saw some screenshots with him with a bazooka or RPG, very much classic.
Oh my god, he has mad powers. He has tendrils.
Yeah, tendrils, and he could go up and stuff like that. So if you're like up, like you know how you would wait if Mr. X would walk up the stairs. Nah, dude, he's jumping up. So
He pulling up.
That's just scared. Like, and supposedly he's gonna have a way better AI than Mr. X. So yeah,
that's gonna be interesting.
So it's gonna be scary. It looks dope. The graphics look amazing. RE Engine, of course, personally is one of the best engines. I personally think this generation.
It's definitely holding it down. It definitely is because all of RE Engine games are 60 FPS, every single one. And they look really good, even on consoles.
Yeah, RE2, DMC5, and RE3 remake, and RE7, like fantastic,
yeah, RE7,
stunning. And
Capcom is really out here just putting out bangers.
Yep, it seems like they're back, like they're doing their thing again, and I'm hyped. And also, Monster Hunter Iceborne also came out on PC, so I might actually buy Monster Hunter on PC. I do have it for PS4 that I never opened. For whatever reason, I don't know why.
Nev would be disappointed.
Yeah, he would. But I don't know. I might just play it on my PS4 just to see. But then I'd probably be like, "Yo, this would play way better on PC than anything."
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah. Congrats to Capcom for putting out a great trailer. I guess we can talk quickly about the Nintendo Direct for Pokemon. Only thing I liked about it, and some people may find it a surprise, some people may not find it a surprise. I'm hyped for Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I was big into, when I was a kid, the original Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. That game I really liked. Seeing it remade, and playing the demo, I'm like, wow. I'm straight in my childhood right there. Just better graphics and all that stuff, and I'm down for it. Pokemon Sword and Shield expansion. I'm not really down for. They're putting back 200 Pokemon. You can obtain the Pokemon without getting the expansion, but however, it's only through trades. So if you're just doing it by yourself, you got to get the expansion. No two ways about it. And what else? There's two parts to it. It's $30. If you get the expansion for $30 and you have also the other version of the game, you have to also pay $30 for the other version of the game, which I don't agree with at all, because you're essentially paying $120 for both games and that $180 total. So I think that's dumb. Overall, not very excited for it. I dropped Pokemon Sword. I don't know if I'll ever go back to Pokemon Sword, so I'm not very excited for that. And everyone's calling me crazy for not being excited for that, but being excited for Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. So
it's a different type of game.
Yeah. But anybody else have anything to say about it?
I find it hilarious that people are excited for. I mean, some people, not all. Some people are like, yo, this is an absolute finesse. But some people are excited for DLC for what should have been in the game originally. Yeah, we're going to take out a shit ton of Pokemon just to fucking sell it back to you. And DLC, by the way. It's like, word. only, oh, what you call it, man? Only Nintendo would do this.
Okay, I gotta go to the fence though for Nintendo because I had a conversation with GI a while ago, and Nintendo actually has no say in really the Pokemon company per se. They own a percentage of it, but Game Freak has the most. So yeah, it's mostly Game Freak. Like Nintendo doesn't say when the game is released and whatnot. That is
So Game Freak is pushing their developers on purpose to release a Pokemon game every year.
Yeah, that's why I said, dude, I wish Nintendo were somehow to get the majority percentage and have one of their own studios makes, Pokemon. That would be more interesting to me. A breath of fresh air, actually good Pokemon game. But, that's just me, though. Overall, yeah, I think that is it.
Well,
Talati, you got anything to say regarding Pokemon Sword expansion?
Wait, is he muted?
Oh,
Nope.
Sure. No,
I don't. No comment.
No comment. Okay.
Where?
So, I guess we'll move on to a new topic, and I think we are almost coming to the end of the topics. And we have to discuss a big elephant in the room. People were going nuts. People were thinking it was the end of the world. People were also saying, yo, Sony, this is the end. Sony's losing confidence and stuff like that.
Oh.
But it is about E320. We got the rumor or leak from Michael Pachter. A lot of people didn't believe him. I was on the camp where I said, when Michael Pachter said that Sony would not be at E3 2020, I wasn't surprised. Now, Michael Pachter has been wrong about many things.
Oh, Jigga, you good, bro?
Oh, maybe not.
No, but I don't think go ahead.
But overall, I'm just saying, Michael Pachter, to me, I didn't think he was, lying. I was or just got misinformation. I even said, I was I don't think Sony's coming to E3 2020. Why do they need to? That they have to spend a whole bunch of money going to an event where not many people go, 60,000 people, where there are other events that 300,000 or 100,000 people go to, as well as their own events and state of plays. They trend by putting out articles for the PS5. They have their own marketing tool for the internet. Why do we need E3? And I'm yes, I miss these big announcements and having all the game conferences all during 3 days. It's like mini Christmas, right? But it doesn't make sense for them financially. And also, it doesn't make sense for them because companies will lose steam from certain announcements, right? They will not have the center of attention.
Yeah.
If your conference doesn't make the biggest bang, they're going to forget you, which is true. And then we heard in the Game Biz Industry article, I think it was, that Sony confirmed themselves that they will not be at E3 2020, but they will be attending hundreds of events for fans, showing off the details of their current games and upcoming games along with the PS5. And people say, well, maybe Sony will show up to E3 in the future. I say maybe, a very small % chance of them potentially doing that, because if Sony doesn't show up to E3 when it comes to their consoles, I don't think they're coming at all. And I'm also hearing leaked things about the ESA mandate that they want celebrities in the conferences and all this stuff. Why, for Sony, why would they want to do that? Pay for celebrities to come and all this stuff. To them, it doesn't make sense. Even Microsoft technically isn't at the E3 floor; that they're renting out the Microsoft Theater.
Yeah, because they're practically right next to them.
Yeah, so they're not really at E3 per se, and Nintendo's not at E3 either.
it's getting weaker.
E3 is
anyway.
dead. What Square
Yeah.
Enix? The people that are actually on that do conferences on the days of the actual E3 is like
Square and
like 2 or 3 people.
Bethesda,
like
right?
Square.
No, Bethesda.
No,
Actually,
Bethesda's
Sunday.
before E3.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
Square Enix, Ubisoft, EA. That's practically.
Well, EA
pretty
has
much
EA
it.
Play. That thing's was before.
Oh yeah, you're right. So only 2.
Yeah.
Ubisoft and Square Enix are the only ones left that are actually within the E3 actual bubble.
Yeah.
Everyone else just have a store or I guess space on like the showroom floor. That's about it.
Oh.
But here's the thing, right?
E3 is dead.
E3 has been like this for the last, I would say, 3 years, right? It's been like that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
But Sony did doing the right thing, I feel, right? It's because there was arguments, like I saw a tweet from Jason Schreier talking about how the ESA and Sony were arguing and basically having disagreements and all this different things.
And like people want to make the ESA sound great. They dox people. They dox a bunch of journalists. Like, you think journalists want to go to E3 now? With their address leaked and all the private info?
That's cursed. When people get mad, when they, how people react to like their articles and shit and how they react to reviews, and motherfuckers get doxxed, that's cursed.
Mm-hmm.
Fellas are about to pull pranks and fucking, fucking just be out here. I don't know.
Oh, and they're losing trust for these like other game like industry people now, like journalists and stuff like that, going to cover that stuff. Like, and then I'm hearing rumors that supposedly Comic-Con, the whoever owns Comic-Con, is potentially trying to buy out the ESA and make this like a fan fest, which makes more sense, to be honest.
So like a comic convention, basically.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that happening.
Like,
it's basically what it's becoming already, because they opened it up to the public.
Yeah.
I guess it's just expensive as hell to get a ticket and shit. And also, LA is expensive to visit.
But
everything's expensive over there.
But hearing Xbox people say like Sony's scared, no, they're not. Like, they're not scared. It makes more sense, and it's not even damage control. It's like just bring common sense into it. Like if Microsoft did the same thing, and technically they're not really at E3, but let's say if they pull out all together, right, and did their own thing, I wouldn't even be saying Microsoft's like scared or anything like that. It makes sense. Logically, it makes sense.
The money they have to do.
Wait, what?
No, it's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Like, it just makes sense.
For the money, they have to spend fucking like 30 million to just get a fucking spot.
I thought it was 40 mil. I thought it was 40 mil.
Oh, 40 million. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well,
40 million just to get a spot when they could just, social media just is out here. And they already have their XO events. It's like, word.
Like, technically, Microsoft is not really at E3.
Yeah, that's why I said.
Yeah, so it's
they
like,
make the illusion that they are. Like, we're at E3,
like,
but we're at the Microsoft Theater, doing our own thing.
So I'm not mad, because, like, it's like you spent money to do this when you could just have it at your own building, have your people you want there, like, so you gotta deal with all these, like, weirdos, and I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
It just makes more sense to, like, have your own event.
Absolutely. It's just, yeah. As a fan of E3, it's kind of sad, but all good things have to end eventually,
Yeah. And people say it's anti-consumer, and I'm just like hearing like, what? How is this anti-consumer? Like, what does this have to do with anything? No, I did
People love that word, bro.
And I'm like, what does this have to do with anti-consumer? I'm like,
here's what
consumer.
Here's the thing. I think that E3 will end up being, it'll end up being like a fan convention.
It has to. It needs to evolve. If not, they're gonna be gone.
I would say by 2021 or 2022. I'd say one of those years, either next year or year after, we'll get like, it'll be like Comic-Con, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
But this would be a great opportunity.
Comic-Cons are getting bigger and bigger every time.
This would be a great opportunity for developers to actually interact with fans.
Yeah.
You know?
But you don't want to interact.
Yeah, well, we like they.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
There are some people like who you can get in contact with and network with,
Yeah.
like smaller creators. But it's like a lot of these dudes are weirdos, and it's like I'm as a dev, I don't want to. These dudes be
Yeah.
weird.
You ever hear about what happens in like Twitch cons and shit?
Oh my! I don't want to hear it, dog. I don't want to hear none of that.
No, it's just like a lot of elitists or elitism. It's like, oh, I don't know. It's a weird shit.
Oh, I have a 10,000 subs. I'm better than you. Like, don't bum that down. I don't know, bro. It's just weird though. But anyway, I don't want E3 to go away, but because it's like that's where we eat at, like where we have like as gamers, it's just fun to just wake up that week and just like watch conferences and all this, but just at the same time when they spend their money to do that.
Yeah, but yeah.
Rest in peace.
I'm trying to think of any other gaming news that I potentially missed. I don't think so.
We talked about Resident Evil. We talked about Doom Eternal.
That Doom. Well, we talked about it, but the trailer itself was great. That was
it was a really good trailer.
Great trailer.
Really, really good. And I will be getting the game. Like if FF7 was still there, those are the two things we'll talk about. If FF7 was still there, I probably would have put it on the backlog. But now, but my whole issue now is that April is too damn jam packed for me now. Where I'm just like, gosh dang.
We almost gotta pay the price of a new console in April, dog. That shit crazy.
Oh, I mean, essentially, I'm paying more than that. You know why, bless.
And then
collector's editions.
Oh boy, you and your damn collector's edition.
Last of Us is in May, right after.
Yep. Oh, actually, Last of Us is the only game in May.
Actually, in April it's actually Cyberpunk and Final Fantasy VII Remake, and then in May it's.
That's too much because they're both RPGs.
Yeah.
And they're too close. And RE3 remake. They're all too close together.
I'm gonna wait on, like I said before, I think I'm gonna wait on Final Fantasy VII. I'm gonna play Doom Eternal when it comes out. I need that.
I'm skipping Animal Crossing though. I'm skipping
Cyberpunk. Wow. I'll just wait for Cyberpunk. And
I know, Jigga, you like Animal Crossing.
No.
He probably does. He just want to keep it a secret.
But I guess we can go into the last news that I almost forgot about. Which was weird. I find very weird that both games get announced that day, and both are delayed. Both games of FF7, Remake, and Avengers. I don't understand. I understand Avengers because it looked really rough, even though I don't think they can really fix much that I have problems with. I've said.
Hey man, you don't know what they have problems with though.
No. Here's the thing, right? When it comes down to Avengers, it's because it was also cramped into many other games.
Oh, not really. I think it's just Last of Us, and that was it in May.
No. Not only was it gonna be, but Cyberpunk. If you think about it.
Well, Cyberpunk is in was it April 13th or the 14th? Or 16th or something. I don't know, one or the other.
Yeah, but don't forget Cyberpunk, the hype would still be there.
Right? That doesn't make sense. Like a month, bro, like, I think it's fine. I just think it wasn't because of that. Because if it was that, they would have delayed it in June, and there's nothing in June.
But here's the case, though. Because it's coming out in September now, is it going to be competing with the Batman game?
I don't think Batman will come out in September. I think it would come out in October. Personally. Like Arkham Origins did. Personally, I don't care for the Avengers game. I've said that multiple times before. I was hyped.
Yep.
Now I'm like, I will wait for a sale for the game. I've said that.
Oh.
I won't wait for a deep sale. If it's $20, maybe 15, I will cop the game. I don't have any hype that was like Spider-Man for the game. I've said why I don't like the game. I think the combat does not seem interesting. And also, I don't like what they're trying to do with the story. And also having a fangirl be the main lead of the...
main protagonist.
A fangirl being a main protagonist for the Avengers game, I don't find appealing whatsoever. So...
I would have to agree with your statement. It's not appealing. I would only pick it up if it's $10.
And like the only combat I'm remotely interested in for the game is I was gonna not Iron Man, maybe Hulk.
Captain America's look good. It looked like his
Cap's
Captain America's combat looked like it did, and you remember those 360 PS3 Captain America games? It's like that, but like better.
Yeah, I think it's Hulk and Cap, to be honest. Thor just doesn't seem fluid at all. Iron Man, not really. And the flying doesn't even look as good as Anthem's flying. I think they should have just took cues from Anthem, to be honest. Because I was like, dude, when I was playing Anthem, I was saying like, this is like I'm like Iron Man right now, flying. And Black Widow doesn't even look that great too in terms of combat. I'm not impressed, and Kamala's combat not impressed either. So it's like, I don't know, like only 2 characters, only 2. So that's the biggest issue.
Well, honestly, at this point, I'm thinking now, I don't know. Maybe it depends on how I feel and how the next trailers be looking. Because maybe I'll try to get it like
no
at like a PC type discount. You know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a deep sale for me. $20 or $15, bro.
Yeah, it has to be 50. It has to be.
Hey, I said PC discount. I did not say.
Yeah, he's not saying he's not saying going to the gym. He's not going to the gym.
No, I'm talking about like day one, less than 60.
Yeah, they have to be less than 60.
I'm talking about nah, dude. I'm not getting it if it was 40 or 50. I'm waiting for 20 or 15 for me.
I would say 10. I'd say 10. I would get it at 10.
Because I'm not paying $5. $5. Dang, I'm not that cold-hearted.
No, I would say $10 because, you know, after all, it's a live as a game as a service game, and like, come on, you've had 3 years to develop this game.
Hey, maybe it'll launch day one on Game Pass. Who fucking knows?
Oh, shoot. Game Pass on PC, then yeah.
I don't know.
Actually, no, it's not, because it's got rights with PlayStation, remember?
Ain't fuck PC. Game Pass.
Is that again?
Fuck Xbox. Yeah, my internet's messing
up.
No,
you were fine. I didn't hear.
I said fuck Xbox, period.
Okay.
Fuck PC Game Pass and fuck Xbox, period.
Making out deals and then fucking taking them back. Can't do that.
Okay.
Oh, we didn't talk about that.
Yeah, we could talk about that, and then I want to talk about another thing with limited hardware and stuff like that, and then Morbius, and then we're done.
That shit was funny.
So,
what?
We're gonna also just quickly mention about the Batman stuff and the Batman movie.
I mean, I mean, set photos, sure, whatever. Going to Microsoft. Everyone was saying, like, listen, this 5 cent a day deal, that this is going to be honored. Randolph Thor said that. I remember he said that. And Xbox was like, haha, no, we're going to change that.
Like,
it's like 3 months for $40-something. We're charging you in a couple days. And people were like, what the heck? And people were talking to customer support. They're like, Jamie had the funniest one. And I got to read this. It's like, they were just like... I'm trying to find it real quick because he has the images, and I'm just like, bro, they really did this man dirty. He says, I recently signed up for a 5 cent a day Xbox Game Pass Ultimate plan, but when I recently checked the plan, it says I'll be charged $44.99 for 3 months of Game Pass Ultimate next month. What happened to the 5 cent a day plan? Then they say, Unfortunately, this offer is only for new customers who have never tried the Game Pass ever. And if you've ever been subscribed to the Xbox Game Pass in the past, you will not qualify and you'll have to pay the full price. That doesn't make sense because he was able to get the 5 cents a day. So that just contradicts that statement right there, right? Then he's having another conversation. He's like, I was able to sign up for when it was first available as an existing member. When did it change to only new customers? And he was waiting for a while. It's like question mark, question mark, question mark. And the person says, hope you are well. Unfortunately, we are not able to answer this. I apologize. Kind regards, OPE. And I'm like, yo, what?
And they're like, you know what? Nah, we out of it, bro.
I'm like, how are you guys not
like,
able
right,
to
I'ma just head out. I'ma just head out.
I'm
They didn't know
like,
what to say.
wow. That was so bad.
And on top of that, when he tried to cancel that shit, it said they couldn't cancel recurring billing. So that shit was gonna get charged to his card.
Yeah, I'm like,
they not allowing people to cancel. You gotta call and call and cancel or something.
He had to remove the card off the fucking bill.
Wow.
I'm just saying, man. I thought Xbox was pro-consumer.
Yo, no, that 5 cents a day was fucking OD, bro. Yeah, like
that shit was on their website. It wasn't like people cheated the system, you know, and glitched it. Like, it was on their website. At the end of the day, that's on them.
Yeah, they should have honored it, but you know, these companies don't have to do that shit no more. I hope somebody started a lawsuit. I'm definitely joining.
It was like, yo, I want my 5 cents a day thing.
Fucking ridiculous.
Stop. Game, so like for what you call that shit? Price errors. They honor that shit.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
So like you should honor what y'all stop fucking up.
Huh?
Word.
Yeah. I'm definitely canceling. They ain't getting me, bro.
I've been canceled that shit. I canceled after I beat Outer Worlds. Actually, no, after I beat something. I don't know.
I still got months left of it from doing certain things, but yeah, like once it's gone, I'm not doing that shit, bro. I'm not paying for PC Game Pass, which is trash. PC Game Pass sucks.
A lot of people say it's good. I don't think it's as good as the console counterpart, to be honest.
It's not. I mean, it doesn't get like as many bangers.
Because you got The Witcher 3.
It gets a lot of good indie games.
You got like The Witcher 3, Yakuza, Kingdom Hearts. Like, bro, I'm like, that's pretty fucking good. Or it's like us or not.
PC gets like PC-centric games like
slash indie.
Like
their excuse is it's still in beta, so it's like
Wait, all right. So FTL Faster Than Light. I heard that's a good game, but obviously I've never played a game like that. But I heard it was a good game. Frostpunk, I heard that was a great game. I mean, I've never played it. Mm-hmm. It's a PC centric type of game. It's like I forgot. It's like some type of I think it's a strategy RPG. I don't know. Pillars of Eternity. I heard Pillars of Eternity is a great game. It's not in genres of game I play.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not bad. It's just I don't play these genres of games. Like
basically,
they're great games, but I just don't play that shit.
Basically, all they saying is these PC gamers only play indie dog shit.
Damn.
Damn, that's crazy.
They give you that indie.
I do think they should. They should. I think they should. I would say. I think they should just make it like to the point where you also get the console ones that they're doing. You know, along with the PC centric. You know what I mean? If you're getting Ultimate, you should get both. That's what I.
No, you do. Don't you? I think you do it Ultimate, don't you?
No, like you'll get both. But it doesn't. It goes on your console. And you have the PC version.
It goes both ways with the Ultimate.
But you don't get the Xbox Game Pass on PC though.
That's the thing I wish they could do. If you have Ultimate both, like you could also play that on PC.
Yeah, there's definitely good games on Game Pass though.
But it's probably a thing with publishing or something, like they can't, like it'll probably cost more to put them on PC, so they can't really do it, or it's probably something that's keeping them back from doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, we're just gonna pull up the full list of these games. Wait, hold on. Go to Game Pass. Entire list of Game Pass games.
So
It
I
says
guess
show all games.
while you do that, gotta discuss FF7 also got the delay going to April 10th. I think that's a bad date to go into. I will still, I'm still getting the game, of course, but I think that's a terrible date because in a couple days after that, Cyberpunk 2077 is coming out, and I think that is a terrible
Definitely getting that shit over that
thing to do. Personally speaking, I'm getting both, but not everyone's doing that. You know.
Yeah, some people can't afford to, and it's a shame that they have to choose because these people know how to space their games out, bro. It's like, come on.
Yeah, and my thing is, I just find it weird that both games get delayed the same day. It's like, and the thing was like, FF7 only was like either a month or less than a month.
Yeah.
So that to me was weird. You know, I think they should also put it. Let's be real. I would love for FF7 to come out sooner, but they should have at least delayed it to like end of April. You know, to have more space between Cyberpunk and FF7. Like that to me is a smart idea.
I wish companies would just do that and be like, I'm pretty sure if they tell investors, look, there's a big game coming out. We need to delay it, but we need to delay it to where we give that game enough breathing space to where we can have our own space with a game like that. Like that game has hype going into it. I mean, people who buy Final Fantasy are going to buy it, but you still need the
maximum
too.
Potential sales. You
need the casuals, and most of them casuals going to be on the Cyberpunk. So it's like you got to do yourself a favor, bro.
And Benji Sales, who knows the data and stuff like that, said the pre-order sales are higher for Cyberpunk than FF7, and that to him, that FF7 should not go into that date slot that they're going into now. And you got people like analysts like that. It's like you need to do something. Like I see, like I can't wait to play it, but I can wait a little bit longer if it means that the game can get like sales and get the sequel. You know. But,
fair enough.
Yeah. I think that's it. You got anything for the Game Pass or no?
I mean, you want to hear the games that are good on it?
I mean, that's up to you. I personally don't care either way.
Yeah.
It's all up to you guys.
I'll say it is definitely. There's a lot of indie bangers, but AAA bangers. There's not a lot of AAA bangers, obviously, but there's a lot of good indie games. I'll just say that, man. Like,
look, they saving y'all from buying GTA 5 on Xbox, so you can get some Game Pass. Oh, that's true. Xbox Game Pass though. So
yeah. The game is 7 years old, and who hasn't bought it yet?
Look, if you haven't, they helping you. That game is still like charting, so I can't say that, bro.
It's charting because they're bundling the shark cards with that shit. We know the tech,
but it's still charting. It don't matter how you move a penny. It's crazy though.
Yeah, dude, I gotta say, dude, there was this funny tweet, and it has Spider-Man and Avengers together, and it says the Spider-Man video game and the Avengers video game. It says September will go down as the month where the best and the worst superhero game released. And I'm like, damn.
The Avengers, the worst?
Yeah, they're talking about that month.
In that month, yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what else came out in September. I don't remember release dates for games. So
they're talking about the superhero genre of video games. Like,
that's
the worst.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
You won't.
Personally, I'm just
watch the worst.
Dude, I won't lie, man. I might replay Spider-Man when Avengers.
Dude, trust me, that's the best thing you can do. That's the best thing.
Why would you replay it in September? Wait till the new consoles come out so you can play it in actual 60 FPS.
I would also replay it on the consoles too.
Yeah, I'll play it next gen.
You gonna replay it or you're gonna replay it twice?
Bro, you know how many times I replayed The Witcher 3?
Just wait, man.
5 times.
You can't wait 2 months to replay a game you already beat?
Like, I don't want to hear it, sir. You have 300 hours in The Witcher 3.
That was only 2 playthroughs, and that was to get the 100%.
Uh-huh.
That was to get the 100% in the DLC.
Fuck me.
This completionist.
Yeah.
Nigga.
Fuck.
Okay, so I guess we'll go into the last thing. Or no. Actually, so you say the Batman thing real quick because I got a rant, and then we're going to end it there. And have everyone's opinions on it.
So the Batman movie, which is Matt Reeves' Batman movie, it's filmed in London recently, and there were set photos released of Bruce Wayne, and they had to unveil Penguin, which got leaked on the set. Colin Farrell, yeah, who's going to be playing the Penguin. And also, it was an article as well that the next film location is going to be in Glasgow, Scotland, which potentially could show off the Batmobile and potentially Batman suit. Who knows? But yeah, that's what was posted on some news website, which is based in the UK, and it's interesting to hear this. And they start filming in Glasgow next month, so I believe that Andy Serkis might have filmed his stuff here in London, and now he's going to focus on Venom, I think. It's just that I find it interesting that Colin Farrell's Penguin got leaked out before Matt Reeves actually had to announce it.
Yep.
I feel bad for Matt Reeves at the moment because he has to do that.
A lot of stuff's been getting leaked from him, so.
Yeah, I mean, he was out in the public as well. By the way, the set is like not in a studio or anything. It's
he's using locations. Matt Reeves usually does that with his movies, so it's not like a big CGI fest. It's like they try to use set photos, which personally I would rather movie studios do that and not just do a little booth and it's just a CGI fest. But that's just me though.
Yeah, did they show Bruce Wayne also on a bike, which was pretty cool.
Yeah. But overall, I'm just happy that the movie has finally gone into production. It's been ages since like 2017, 2018 that we heard.
Yeah, it's been like what, 3 years since they planned this.
Yeah.
And now it's in production. But by the way, this movie is limitless, timeless, I should say. So it's not set in the 90s. Because
they have Gotham HD and stuff like that. Like the rumor was the 70s or 80s or 90s, and now it's like, no, this is like 2010 or something like that.
Yeah.
Or even in our time, to be honest.
Yeah, 2020s.
So, yeah.
Oh.
What?
Go on. What do you guys think?
Shit. This is gonna add like 10 minutes, I think.
Okay.
We haven't talked about The Witcher.
The Witcher.
The show.
Oh yeah, actually we could do that after this one, and then I'll go into my rant.
Okay.
Yeah, but what do you guys think about the whole Matt Reeves Batman stuff and Penguin and Glasgow and all of that?
I cannot tell you because I don't have an opinion on it. I wait for finished product.
For the trailer.
Like what happens with the actors and shit. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. What about you, Jigga?
Yeah, I'm in the same. I don't care until I see it. Like, I don't care about looking teasers and all this other shit. Just tell me when it comes out, and I'll watch it or not.
All right, so I guess we'll go into The Witcher real quick. We watched it. I watched it. I think everyone watched it. I don't know. I watched it twice, I think. Yeah, twice. And this is coming from a guy because it was so weird. People were like, oh, this doesn't take... Like, a lot of people are kind of ignorant. I gotta say that. People are like, why doesn't Geralt have a beard? Why doesn't he carry 2 swords? Why all this other stuff. And I'm just like, yo, this is being adapted from the book. The books take place before the video games. You guys need to chill. And overall, what I thought about the Netflix show, I understood it. It's based off short stories. The first 2 books are short stories. The Last Wish, and I believe Time of Swords of Destiny. Yeah, Time. Yeah, Time of Contempt is so both of those are short stories. They take place during different time frames, and the actual novel is Blood of Elves, which is an actual story, not short stories, an actual story, overall arching narrative. So overall, what did I think? I thought it was easy to follow. I noticed more of the casual audience didn't think it was easy to follow, or a lot of people didn't understand piecing it together. Like I knew, we'll talk a little bit of spoilers. I knew, like when watching, I was like, oh, this takes place in the past. This takes place in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh, this is present day. A lot of people were like, what? Huh? What's happening? I was like, oh.
I ain't gonna hold you until halfway through episode 3. I figured that out.
Yeah.
I was
no,
like,
a lot of people didn't figure that out until the episode 8.
That's absolutely cursed. I figured it out like episode 3.5. I was thinking about it like episode 1 was mad long. Mm-hmm. But I was just rolling with the flow. I was just watching.
Yeah. 2,
I was like, huh. What?
Mm-hmm.
And then 3, I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Yep.
Well, it's like that. It makes sense, but like, why don't they have like a black screen? I don't know, just a transition or like a different color.
Yeah.
Why not have like a different tint to show past versus present?
That makes sense too. Yeah, bro.
Some people from what I heard from the showrunner, she wanted people to piece it together and stuff like that. That's not damage control. That's what she said. She wanted that because she was like debating whether or not to put time cards and stuff like that. And she was like, you know what? I think the audience will piece it together.
But see, I have to watch it 2 times because like the first time I may not pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
Then by the time I pick it up, it's like, oh, now I have to go back and rewatch scenes for them to make full sense. That's dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Just put the time cards or fucking tint or something like.
Yeah, just do like a regular colors during present day, and then like a white tint or something, like a gray tint for past.
And
it's just simple.
And I do want to say for a news announcement, though, that they announced for the Witcher TV show, the guy who did the sword work, not for the first episode sword fighting, the other sword fights, he's leaving. He's not doing the other. He's not doing the sword choreography, which I'm like, I'm not actually sad about that because he didn't do the first one, and they're keeping the person that did the first episode. The sword fighting.
That first episode ending. Oh.
Yeah. So I'm like,
it went downhill from there. I'm like, bro, what happened to the
sword
fight?
The sword fighting.
Yeah, no.
I'll agree.
So you watched Jigga. You watched you've watched Game of Thrones, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the person that did the sword fight choreograph, right, is the Night King, in Game of Thrones.
Wait. Oh, okay.
He's the one that did it, so that's why you saw like some of the sword fights and even Game of Thrones went downhill and stuff like that. Like, he did the rest. Now he didn't even do episode 1. He did the rest after that. And shit like that.
I hate that jump cutty shit when it's like they don't know, like they didn't choreograph it good enough, so they got.
Mm-hmm.
I do this like it doesn't look good, it looks trash.
And personally, I think keeping that guy that did the first fight, that's good.
Was the best decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, listen, I love the Night King and all.
It was beautiful.
But let that man go. And I'm glad they did it. You know, sucks that he lost the job, but hey man, I want better sword fights. And the first one was pretty fire. So.
Yeah.
What else can I say? I like
music.
The music actually feels very much like the game.
Great.
So I very much like it. Only difference is they changed. I wouldn't want to say they changed. Dandelion's name is not Dandelion, it's Jaskier, which I don't know. Like, see, in the American novel, like it's not an American.
Isn't that
novel.
Isn't that his name?
His name in the see, because it's translated from Polish to American, right? And it's Dandelion. So I don't know what it was in actual Polish, if it was Jaskier. My thing is, it's like, it's a lot, like,
book.
Huh?
If it says something, whatever it says.
Maybe
in the
they're
book,
gonna give him a nickname in next season. I don't know. They may just give him a nickname and be like, "Wow, you were really you don't fight for shit. You're a dandelion." Oh, look, your name's Dan. I don't know.
And I'm gonna say, I'm gonna be honest. Only one of the characters I felt did a weak performance. It had to be Trish. Like
trash.
I was like, no.
I mean, she didn't play a big role.
But like acting wise, with the lines she was given, I was not like, I was like, what is happening? It's like there wasn't range, and I'm like, I'm not gonna feel bad if they recast her in the second season.
Recast after the first season?
They did with Game of Thrones after like one character was introduced. Remember, Jigga? There was I forgot the person that Daenerys was with, and the guy the guy that liked her a lot, but she left him. He was a different actor when she first met him. Like he had like long yellow hair, and then he had like short black hair the next season.
I have no idea.
So you don't even remember. He's not even that good of a character, but he fought for Daenerys a lot.
But I kind of agree if they replace her. She just feels so timid, and I don't feel like Triss is timid.
No.
Like,
I agree with that. I agree. She's not supposed to be timid. She's very
happen that where she turns.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't know.
No, from the books I've read, like she's not really timid. Like even when they met, like she didn't act like that. Like it's just like the actress thinks she does for whatever reason. I don't know.
Jennifer did a good job. It's like she was like one of the other than
she felt like
the
Jennifer.
second best part.
Jennifer
of the show.
was perfect.
Yeah, Jennifer felt like Jennifer to me.
Garrett was perfect too.
Jennifer felt like Jennifer, and Ciri feels like Ciri from the books.
What I really wish they would work. I get like he's not supposed to be like I would want him to be like the outside perspective of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like he gives his outside opinion, like just I don't know, like an inner monologue, Geralt, of what's going on and like what
in his mind.
Just something like not much, just like every little bit once in a while.
Let me turn this bitch into the game, dog. You want?
He's like wins.
How you want on the bottom of the screen too? Dog?
Somebody said he's like that in the books, like where he just like.
Dude, it would be.
I mean, it makes sense to do that in books because.
Yeah, because you're hearing the thought process. That's way different. Like even Harry Potter does the same.
Well, I guess he kind of gives his opinion like in the show though.
Geralt. My thing is, Geralt tries to always stay neutral. He always tries to stay neutral, but he always gets into those very touchy subjects where he's trying not to. Like they said, like in the first episode, lesser evil and stuff like that. You have to choose. And yeah,
I'll just kill both of them.
Honestly, it's kind of funny because you can kind of see how he, like, it's the small things with Geralt where you can tell how he's feeling. It's like if he's like, I don't know, like the small size, the fucking, I don't know.
Yeah,
how he looks at people is like, bro, you know, he's like, yo, this is some bullshit.
Yeah, and and he feels very much Geralt. Henry Cavill feels like he even said his voice is inspired by the game for The Witcher.
That's good.
And I like that aspect of it. And
Loki, I was spooky when they announced, but bro, he blew me out the water with his performance. Like,
yeah, I kind of wish though that they gave him contacts for the eyes, but I guess supposedly they're hard to see in, so like I guess that's more understandable. I heard Yennefer actually did not have to wear any contacts. Like they did digital effects for her eyes, for the purple eyes and stuff like that. Which
did you have a problem with Triss just not having red hair? I guess
I don't know, because this has always been a kind of it's always been a argument in the book whether or not does she have red hair or does she have brown hair, because they say chestnut brown in America, right, which is chestnut brown, like brown hair, but in Polish, chestnut brown is actually red. So I don't really know, bro. I don't know. Like it's up for
the forever argument.
Wait, man. We say that again, Junior?
I said there's no argument. It's red then.
See, I don't know. I'll always stay out of it because, like, I will say I do wish it is red. My personal preference, but if it, well, it is what it is. I don't know what else to say. Like, what else can I say? Oh yeah, I love how they did the Dunny's curse and stuff like that. Which, you know, the law of surprise and all that. I thought that was really well done. I always loved that short story. Because, if you guys haven't played... Actually, no. If you guys have played the game, you know who's who, essentially. If not, you can point it together.
On the surprise thing?
Who Dunny is. The guy who had the curse.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know.
See, no one, like you play Witcher 3. Dude, you're playing the Witcher 3 right now.
I'm playing it now, but I'm only like 10 hours on.
Okay.
Yeah, I have no idea.
You don't have any... Oh, man. Like, you guys, if you play the Witcher 3 and you meet that person, you'll know. You know who I'm talking about. And you're like, wait, that was him?
Keep in mind, I played The Witcher 3 4 years ago, and I beat a...
I'm talking about Dunny.
I don't remember shit.
I'm trying to think, who is Dunny? I don't remember. Like,
he's the guy, the porcupine. Like, looking porcupine dude.
Okay, yes, I remember him.
Uh-huh. He shows up later in, let's say, Witcher 3.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Oh, I just want to see
Okay,
that.
who, okay. Dunny was with what woman in that episode?
Our Ciri's mom.
Yeah, Ciri's mom.
Okay.
So
you know
she shows up with Ciri. He sees Ciri.
No. Okay, Ciri's dad, like you said, was Dunny, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Who is Ciri's father in Witcher 3?
The asshole. The head of
Well, I can mix man this trade.
The king of
Nilfgaard.
Nilfgaard. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Wait, who? You said Dunny. You said the porcupine guy.
Yes.
How was that?
There you go.
Oh. I guess I did meet him. He's just an asshole in Witcher 3. I was like, this guy's an asshole.
I thought he died.
You play Witcher 3? He didn't die.
I mean, I know Witcher 3 he's not dead, but I don't know, bro.
You only see that fella once, bro. I don't remember his fucking Dunny.
Is that the dude who you meet on his show?
I didn't even think about that, bro. I'm just playing the game, bro.
Yeah.
Stop making me think, bro.
Yeah, that's him. He's the Emperor of Nilfgaard.
Yeah, I already talked to that fella. Fuck that guy. Oh, okay.
You see, like, he was super nice in the beginning, like, in that episode, and he becomes a way different person.
Yeah.
A way different person.
But he knows he got history with Geralt, though, so he let him do whatever the fuck he wants.
Whoa. In the book, you'll see. In the books, you think they're cool. They're really not, actually.
No, I didn't say they're cool. I just said he knows them.
Oh, yeah, he knows them. But yeah,
he knows that he's good for Syrian shit. Like, all right, you do that shit, nigga.
Well, necessarily he's not he understands his role. It's just that he only cares Amir only cares about his lineage and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's really it. He does some really messed up things in the books. I won't say, but he does some really messed up things.
They could explain the law of surprise better.
They explained it perfectly fine.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, it's like whatever they see next, like that is what they get.
No, because didn't he just say, "I want the law of surprise," and then it's like, "Oh, her daughter's yours now."
That's what he saw first.
He didn't sue, did he?
Yes, he turned around with the throw up, and Dunny saw, the surprise that Dunny got. That is his now.
He was like, "Oh,
No,
you still."
I'm gonna have to rewatch it because I'm still confused on that part.
Geralt literally explains what the lost surprise is. He just said it quickly. He's like, "Did."
Yeah, it's like
he put it out in plain, like he put out like
Yeah.
plain.
Like also Geralt is a part of a lost surprise as well. Like like his mother Vesemir enacted the lost surprise on Geralt's mom.
Wow, you spoiled shit. They ain't say that.
Yes,
wow.
they did. They legit said that.
They did.
Yes, they did. He left him on the road. Her mother left him on the road to meet Vesemir.
Yeah, but
yeah.
I didn't know it was lost.
That was in
That was the last episode.
I could have swore they didn't say that.
Yeah.
I remember that. What did they show? What did they show that in?
He kept asking why.
That was.
Don't question it because if you know the truth, it's going to hurt you more or something.
Yeah.
I don't think she ever explained why though.
She was saying you don't want to really know because that's going to hurt you. Like basically, she just asked a favor for Vesemir, and he enacted the lost surprise. And guess what? Who she saw when she probably came home was her son. It's not just because of childbirth. It's anything that you see.
Trash.
Like, that's why he said, he's like, oh, the lost surprise is like, whatever. Just give me your, like, if you see corn or alcohol, just give it to me. It's not just because of birth.
Yeah, they still got to explain
if you get surprised, if somebody left alcohol for you, it's like, oh, this is yours now. Huh. I didn't know I had this. So, it's yours. Lost surprise.
See, lost surprise is a custom as old as humanity itself. The law dictates that a man saved by another is expected to offer to his savior a boon whose nature is unknown to one or both parties. In most cases, the boon takes form of the saved man's firstborn child, considered born without the father's knowledge, or it could just be because of money and stuff like that.
That bitch cheated on him.
So that's legit just the lost surprise. It's not like it could be birth or it could not be birth,
But who makes the decision?
What do you mean? They just enact it. If I save you and I said, all right, I want the lost surprise, I enact the lost
It's whatever surprise. They feel or deem. Whatever they deem, I guess.
Geralt chose the daughter.
He didn't shoot like that.
No,
was just
it's
destiny.
the person. It's the person that is not enacting it, but the person that has to give the person. The giver is the person that decides.
So why did he choose his daughter?
He didn't like that. That just was. It is what
it just happened, bro.
See, that's confusing because I'm saying who decides it, and y'all saying the one person decides, then y'all say, well, no, he didn't decide.
No. Okay, so when they enact it. Like he says, law of surprise. It could be anything, whatever the father's the person's unexpected. The birth, like being, having a kid was unexpected. That is what he gets out of it. Now, did he choose that? No. It just happened. You know what I mean? He was going to get something out of it, essentially. It's just he didn't know exactly what he was getting out of it.
It's still spooky.
So... But most of the time, Witchers try to use the law of surprise to get, students and stuff like that majority of the time. But other people that enact it don't really, try. They just want money and stuff like that.
Oh, another thing I do. Somebody said
it's fate does.
All right, see, okay then that makes it. See, that's all I was asking.
Fair enough.
That's what. Fate, it's just destiny essentially. Fate, destiny.
One other thing somebody said is like Geralt became too friendly with Dandelion.
What about wait,
who the fuck is Jesus?
Listen.
Who the fuck is
listen. Jesus, that man is something else. I'll just say
Jesus. Good old Jesus.
Mm-hmm. But
so
wait, what were you gonna say, Jigga?
Yeah, I agree with the hardhead. They explained it bad.
But you were gonna say something else about.
Some person Butch and thing. Like Geralt just got too friendly with people too quickly. Like maybe I guess something happened between him, Dandelion, Triss, and Yennefer. It's just like he just became super close to them immediately.
I mean, the situations. I don't know.
See,
the situations
from the books,
called the. He didn't become super friendly with Triss, but the situation for him to having to go back to Yennefer, that was required. Yeah. Like those situations were required, and he was just attracted to Yennefer, so he was like, fuck it. I mean, that's just also human attraction. That's human. Like he had to go to her, and then at that point after that, it was just human attraction.
And it's also kind of even in the game Witcher 3, they even said, "Hey, is our love true love, or is it a djinn? The djinn's wish. We always come back."
Yeah,
to each
also
other.
that.
So, but see, it's like the fact that he would do that for somebody he barely knows makes no sense.
He in the book it says he has that strong attraction, infatuation with her.
He is, yeah, that, and I mean he's a nice guy. I don't know. I mean for another person he'd probably have just made a different wish. But try to still satisfy her in some way, but.
Yeah, because I remember in the book. I remember in the book. She wants
a fucking child.
And I remember in the book, it straight up was he never was unfriendly to people at all. He Jaskier. He was just annoyed by Jaskier and stuff like that, and just came to like him after the the encounter with the Scoia'tael and stuff like that. Scoia'tael leader.
Yeah, I agree. Decades did go by, and it's just the characters later, I get that none of them aged because they're witches and
yeah, I kind of the non-aging only makes sense for Yennefer and Geralt. Dandelion should have been aged.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Witches can change their appearance, and Geralt in Witcher 3 is almost century old.
See,
and he still looks like he's 30.
Jaskier wasn't. He didn't really it was only I believe a 2-year difference from. I think it was the Scoia'tael.
It was
the Scoia'tael
no.
And then the what was it? Because it wasn't a 20-year difference. It's not see, where Witcher 3 and Witcher 1, there was a huge time difference and stuff like that. That's why you saw him get a beard and stuff like that.
The time difference between the party that they went to were about the Law of Surprise.
Yeah, it's 8
and
years.
Ciri being during the siege of Nilfgaard.
Yeah. Should be about 8 years.
Yeah. Her grandma, no aging.
Yeah.
Kind of weird.
Yeah. See, the thing is,
that's what also threw me off about the episodes.
Yeah. They would have had to age people and stuff like that, but budget and whatnot.
Yeah, they ain't got the money. They ain't got to go up for it.
Yeah. So I'm hoping they get a bigger budget too, because my biggest complaint was the last CGI stuff with the Neckers. I think it was the Neckers when he got.
Oh
bad.
yeah,
they looked really bad. They looked really, really bad. So I was I hope the budget is bigger. To be completely honest.
I wasn't that annoyed by it.
After Hunting 2 though.
Yeah. So season 2, it got renewed quick, right? So. What else?
Definitely.
Overall, I thought it was a good season. They just need to.
I say Geralt kind of is a soft-hearted person because he gave a roach for that whore.
Wait, who?
So,
which one?
You don't remember?
Okay.
Oh, you talking about Renfrey?
I don't. Wait, is that her name?
Yeah, the first episode. Or no?
No, I don't. Wait, was it? No,
Winfrey was the first episode.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Where the whore who owed money and he gave her a roast to go get paid to give her the money. So
when you talking about after it was not a sex scene. He was just sitting there with
I mean, she's definitely a whore. He definitely smashed.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm saying it wasn't they didn't show anything.
No,
but it was just him laying in the bed. Yeah, he was all right, word. I'll be back. Just don't fucking touch my horse.
No, he said, "Yeah, don't touch my
Oh,
horse."
like his beloved horse, who he loves. So it's like
No, he didn't give up the horse. He said,
no, but
he
he kind of used him as a pawn in certain. So it's like
Yeah, it was a pawn.
that shows that he's a simp.
Oh man,
Man, can't let these hoes, bro.
dang, it's a horse, dog.
She ain't got the money. She ain't got the money. I'm not giving them my horse. Oh, girl, you better go on somewhere.
Yeah. But yeah,
You know, and The Witcher is already a broke boy.
That
So.
kind of explains why he's like he is a soft, like hearted person.
He is a
even though
soft-hearted
he don't
person.
seem-
but no, if you mess with him,
Yeah.
dude,
Like
he will kill you.
He will cut your head off. But yeah.
I mean, he only does it when he feel like really has to. He tries not to kill people.
Yeah.
I mean, when he gets mad,
We can
trust me,
sell
in,
us peacefully.
in the next seasons, you'll see his anger and stuff like that. He'll mess someone up. And you'll see that stuff. But overall,
I'm glad.
yeah.
Oh, I'm glad I got to know the reason behind his Butcher of Blaviken name in Witcher 3.
Yeah, that was the reason why. He legit would kill like people that were being controlled, and
But
you
they
know,
made it seem.
Yep.
They always make it seem like he's evil. He's never really.
I mean,
like,
that's the whole
No,
point.
yeah. He
That's-
never was an evil person.
That's the whole point. Is because that narrative was spin that he straight up murdered innocent people, even though he didn't. That's the whole point of why he was called the Butcher of Blaviken. He's a mutant, you know.
Yeah.
So like, you know, the truth can be said. That's why even you could put in the dialogue sometimes, like, you know, yeah, I did what I did, or you know, like all stuff like that. It's like he doesn't care at that point what people really think. Even though he didn't do it, he's not going to.
Yeah, he's done trying to fucking explain himself.
Like a similar situation happened in The Witcher 3. Kind of gave a callback. Was the first area you're in, and you killed a couple people to save that woman at the tavern. And it's kind of like, you know, gives a callback to the Blaviken, you know, Butcher of
I would
Blaviken.
just let everybody die if I was a Witcher. Fuck y'all dying. You ain't got to do with me.
Because he like saved the old woman, right? And she got scared and blamed her for killing those people and stuff like that. So he became another butcher again. But yeah, overall, good season.
Fantastic show.
Good season. I think they got, you know, stuff to improve. I think overall it's going. If they go with Blood of Elves and Time of Contempt, they have an overall arching narrative, so there shouldn't be any more time skips and whatnot. And you're gonna see some interesting aspects when they explore it. The only thing I'm kind of like, it's gonna take a while because it probably won't come out until 2021. So that's gonna be a wait.
2021 doesn't sound that bad though.
No, that's big.
Just a year away.
Yeah.
That's not too far. Well, I mean, it depends if it's like.
I heard early 2021. That's the rumor going around.
Oh, it's not that bad.
That's a rumor. We don't know. It could be late.
But
It
she like it's confirmed for 2021, but we don't know when exactly. But the rumor is early 2021. I don't know who I would want as Vesemir because they had a voice, but you know that's a stand-in voice. And yeah, I do gotta say though, yeah,
they want that one dude to do it. I forgot his name.
I want people to know because people think what they kind of changed from the book to the show, it's kind of not true, and I kind of didn't like how they handled it. So when Yennefer went into the school for, you know, controlling chaos and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
She has a decision to give up birth and become beautiful and whatnot. That actually is not true. In the book, they have glamour and whatnot to become beautiful, right? But in that school, they take away their birth because they don't want them reproducing.
Yeah, so it's like
witches.
She's never really given out.
Yeah, which they made it seem like she's not given an option.
Or in the game.
Yeah, they made it seem like in the show she was given that choice.
In the show,
not really.
it was like she was given a choice, like, but nah, that's bullshit.
Yeah, which I did not like that aspect.
And it creates a big plot hole in the show.
Yeah, because they were adapting that.
No, because it's like
story.
options like, no, you chose that option. What are you talking about? He
Yeah.
said, look, you don't have to do this. You're never going to be able to birth again. He's like, I accept that. And like, so it's like you blaming them. It's like it's all on you. Like that created a big plot hole, bro.
Yeah, I kind of wish
Yeah,
they
that was
do that
kind of
aspect.
cursed.
I
Like,
don't
yo,
know
you
why
chose
they did
this, but I didn't know
that.
that I really wanted it.
That's why I wish in the show they
Okay.
That's
Like,
why I wish
weird.
in the show they didn't do that. They just show that
Yeah.
they knew, like, basically took that right away from them, and that was it. Because the thing is, Geralt's mom was a witch, a sorceress, but she also was able to have Geralt, and the reason why, huh?
Like, how did she have him before she became one, or
no? Because the school wasn't invented by then. Geralt's old, man. He's like, he's 100 and something. No, he's actually 100 and something. I believe.
in Witcher 3, they say he's almost a
Let me
decade.
see, because I swear he was 130, or maybe Vesemir was 130. Let's see. How old is Geralt?
Wait, you have to be more specific than that.
He's old.
You
as
gotta
fuck.
put in the beginning of the series.
How old is Geralt in Last Wish?
blah blah blah?
Okay, in the books, Geralt is roughly 80 to 85 by their conclusion. In the game, Geralt ages a bit. That's core. So,
okay.
I don't know. So, it's an estimate, 80 to 85.
Alright, so the games aren't too off.
Yeah.
How
So,
old is Yennefer?
Yennefer, I actually don't know. Let's look that up. How
what
old
if
is
she's like
Yennefer?
an old bag too, and these
She's
fucking
actually
old farts
She's
just
actually
look
old is Yennefer.
these,
She's
like
20
old
years
farts
younger.
just like look good, but they're just having sex.
Wait. She's 20 years younger
Oh, she's. Are you sure about
in the show.
No, Yennefer was 94 at the end of the books.
Wait.
That makes no
Is
sense.
she described to be like? Does she look her age at the end of the books, or is she just using spells to?
That's spells, bro. That's all spells, though.
Yo, they really are old fucking.
Yeah, they're actually
old
old, bro.
sandbags, just going at it. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
That's
nasty.
the good thing about the spells.
That's nasty.
They live a long life.
They still get STDs?
It's like
Oh, no, wait. Sorceresses cannot. I don't think they can get sex diseases. Geralt can't either.
Whoa.
Swinging
Cheers.
everywhere, bro.
Cheers.
No condom, dog.
Oh man.
No condom. Big facts.
Geralt is also sterile too. So if you didn't know that,
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
that.
he can't. Yeah, he all good. Though.
damn. You hate to see it, but yeah. Overall,
They
Yeah,
can
so-
do whatever the fuck they want, bro.
so overall the show.
yeah, it was good. I'm surprised you didn't
Overall,
watch it till after.
9.5 out of 10.
No, 2.5, bro. It could have been way better.
Did you say 2.5 out of 10?
2.5.
No, 2.5 out of what? 5 out of 10.
Whoa, that's
I was about
even-
to say
it was-
2.5 out of 10, nigga.
It was mid. It was straight mid.
I don't know. I liked it. I
I
gave it.
enjoyed
I
Cap
gave
on
it.
this app,
I would
bro.
say a 7.5 or 8 for me. They got
Okay.
more than.
Jigga, I don't believe you. Are you being for real?
And to me, 5 is not. It's not
Jigga.
bad, but it's not good. It's just mid. There's too many plot holes. There's
I didn't say there's too many. I think there's only.
a lot of surprise. Shit. It's like there's a lot of shit they didn't do right.
Well, the lost
and I'm
surprise for
7
me,
points.
from what I've read, like they did it well. The only thing I think they, like you said, was what I mentioned about the choice thing. That's the only problem. That's why I brought it down and stuff like that, and the CGI thing at the end. And Trish, that's the stuff I had issues with, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But like, if they recast her, I'm fine with that for season 2. And they just strictly, I think they just strictly need to adapt. Don't change anything. I think you really just don't need to change anything. That's what I personally believe. You know, just don't change anything, and you guys should be fine.
No, definitely trains Triss.
Well, no, I meant like story wise, adapting wise. Don't change anything. You know, that's what I mean by that.
Yeah,
Like,
my only problem was, I guess Triss wasn't that great, but that's like out of like all excellent actors, she's just not that great. It's like, okay, out of 10s, she's like a 7. It's like, I mean, that's still better than average, but no. But that, and I guess the thing about the Yennefer and wanting to have a baby, that was kind of annoying.
But
And
she's
like,
fit,
you know,
so-
she chose, but
Yeah.
she didn't choose.
That's why I was just like, the show shouldn't have changed that. They should have just left it where the school actually, you know, takes their right, like, choice away. They don't choose it. They get taken away so that they can't have kids. You know?
Yeah. But besides that, I loved everything else.
And
Okay.
I just can't wait for season 2 if they cast Vesemir. So that would be dope. I know.
Oh.
Yeah, but
I forgot one thing. The Novigrad fucking armor is trash.
Oh, Nilfgaard.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
Nilfgaard's armors fucking they look like fucking scrotums, bro.
Yo, that was what everyone was saying
Like
before.
ball sacks, bro. What
Like
the fuck
the
is that?
leaked set photos of it. I was like, gosh dang.
Weren't they like really good in the? Why didn't they just?
They
go
were
from
good in the game.
I don't know, dude. They just were like, nah, fam.
Or
They
just
didn't
tweak
have
it
it.
so
They
they
didn't
can't
have
get
enough
sued.
effect. They didn't have enough budget, bro. They couldn't get the good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could have came with
So-
something better than that shit. This was ass.
Okay. So. Yeah, Reddit, you were gonna talk about your topic,
So
your last topic.
Yeah, go ahead and topic, and then we can get out of here.
yeah. So
There's one thing,
yeah.
just one little thing I'll just say, is that watch Crisis tonight.
Nope. I already saw
Crisis.
it. I don't
Oh,
care.
I sleep.
They
I
just
sleep.
showed,
I
they
haven't-
showed Ezra.
You be-
Ezra. That was about it. I don't care.
No, it's not only that.
And they showed Stargirl.
No, it's not Stargirl.
I said they also showed.
Let me
Flash.
guess. The fucking Superman from Smallville.
They already
No,
showed that.
Ah,
They
Lantern
showed
is connected
JSA.
Green Lantern is connected to the Arrow.
I sleep.
Wait, you talking about the TV show for Green?
No, the movie. They showed the Green Lantern from the 2011 movie.
Oh my gosh! Stop this.
Who gives a fuck about
And they said that it's
CW
connected.
anymore, dog? All them
They-
shows went to shit. As far as I'm concerned, I couldn't care less.
So okay, I guess we can talk. I got a bit of a rant, so I want to get this quickly out of the way. The Morbius trailer came out, and I've said this before I reacted. I was like, listen, I don't care what studio makes a superhero movie / comic book hero thing, right? If they do a good job, I will always give props. I am not a MCU fanboy, nor will I ever be an MCU fanboy. I am not tied to a corporation. And there are some people that are, that I do know, that will stand Kevin Feige and call him Lord Kevin Feige or Lord Feige, and
Oh, boy.
just be like, oh, whatever Sony does is terrible. Into the Spider-Verse is gonna be trash. All this other stuff, and I'm just like, stop it. And then I watch Morbius. I'm like, wow, this trailer was good. This to me feels like the Morbius I've read in the comics. This to me feels like it's going to be a different type of comic book movie, and to have that spin of a vampire, and I think it's going to be really, really interesting because Morbius is a very complicated character who is a good person at heart, but wants to not die, and find a cure for himself. And of course, he tries to do the bat experiments and all that stuff, and you find out, he gets bit by an experimental bat that, gives him great strength and all that stuff, and he looks healthy, and then later on he transforms into a really disgustingly grotesque figure of a vampire. And I just loved how they showed that in his powers, and echolocation looks dope as hell. And I think Jared Leto, from what I've seen, looks like he's doing a good job. And Jared Leto's not a bad actor. And
How the fuck is Jared Leto on all this shit, bro?
What?
Jared Leto is
No, he was also
out
in
here in
Blade Runner.
superhero movies.
He's also in Blade Runner 2049. He was good in that. But yeah, he was in Suicide Squad, and now he's in this. I personally think that he's done with Joker. I think he probably won't come back.
Yeah, he's done with Joker. He's not gonna come back. So
Because of the way WB treated him and stuff like that, it's not gonna happen. I don't think he's gonna do this if his movie is successful, which I think it is. And seeing all that was dope, and seeing Murderer with the PS4 Spider-Man, mural thing, saying, and that, brings to call back for Far From Home of him potentially killing Mysterio. And I was like, oh shoot, there might be a connection. Whoa, what the fuck? And then seeing at the end, which was blew my mind, was you see Michael Keaton's Vulture in the film, And I'm like, whoa. I was like, wow, this connects to it. And I'm like, this is really, really cool. Besides, like, you can even take that out. And I thought the trailer was really solid for a teaser trailer. And I thought it was good. And then I was like, wow, I'm excited for this. And I see other people excited for this. And then I went deeper into it. And I see these MCU fanboys that were just like, Kevin Feige didn't sign off on this. What are you doing? Oh my gosh, MCU is perfect. I was like, dude,
they don't understand. They don't understand. Like, Sony cannot use the Spider-Man Homecoming suit.
Yeah, because they own the promotion. You know, like Disney probably even told them, like, listen, we're fine with this. It's just, I even said, if you see Vulture's suit, it's gonna be a different suit.
Yeah.
And I think they got permission for the storyline. They'll mention the storyline of Spider-Man killing Mysterio and stuff like that. Like, but they can't, you know, show off those suits. Like, it's gonna have to be different suits.
It's gonna have to be suits like basically from Amazing Spider-Man or from Spider-Man,
or even classics or modified. You know, to make it slightly different.
But I find it funny that they've reversed the PlayStation 4 Spider-Man.
They did as a mural, so I don't say, like, oh, you know, people complain about that. I'm like, dude, what does that mean? Like, they just cannot use the promotion like that. Because, like, you know, Disney
don't forget.
Yeah.
Don't forget, Sony did use the promotional stuff for Far From Home as well for the game, so...
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know. It's like, I think Disney... Oh, no, because it's Marvel Game Studios, that's why. You know? That's a different beast entirely. Because they're still owned by... Marvel Game Studios is owned by Disney, so...
Yeah.
There's a difference there, I think. But these fanboys squirm, man. I knew... Like, listen, I didn't think there were really fanboys of movie genres. Like, I guess movie corporations. There are. Disney shills, you got MCU stands, you got the DC stands as well. Like, I'm just like... I'm just like, bro... Why is it that you got stands for these movies? Like, bro, just enjoy good movie. Like, Feige isn't this, like, amazing person. Like, listen, I'm thankful that Feige created a cool universe, right? But now his movies are becoming samey. Very samey, very formulaic, and I'm getting kind of tired of it, too. Like, to be completely honest. You're not going to get films like Logan or Morbius. Or even, hell, even if Venom wasn't that great, like, you wouldn't get something, like, a risk like that at all.
Hell, even a Red Hulk movie, they wouldn't even do, like, they wouldn't even pull that out of the rabbit.
Like, also WB, for crying out loud, made Joker. That is a risky movie to do. A very risky thing. It could have been, it could, like, legit, they did not think that thing would make $1 billion. No one would have said that.
And it did.
So it's like, just take some risks. Like, I'm like, the MCU has one of the most talented, like, showrunners, Noah Hawley. He did Legion, right? And he was writing a script for Doctor Doom, a Doctor Doom movie, before they got bought. And they have that script and they're not doing anything with it. It's like, and now you got a director for Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, Scott Derrickson, right? I think his name is, or something like that. I'm
not too sure.
But he had to leave because of creative differences. Because guess what? If you saw at the Comic-Con thing, he was saying, "Oh, I can't wait! I'm so excited! It's gonna be a horror movie and stuff like that." And then Kevin Feige interrupted. It is gonna be a PG-13 movie. And I'm like, oh my gosh, here we go. And yeah, now shortly he leaves after that. So I'm just like, I'm not surprised. It's like they don't want to take risks. And like, I'm getting sick of it. MCU stands just need to stop and actually go watch some good movies. Go watch some good movies. I'm not saying Marvel movies are bad, but try to appreciate good movies. Don't stand corporations, man. That's really what I have to say, because I'm getting sick and tired of that bullshit. But yeah, anyone else?
Do you mind if? Yeah, I just gotta say a couple of things. When it comes down to the Morbius trailer, I enjoyed it. not gonna say it was bad. I really thought that Jared Leto pulled off the Morbius character really well. It's just the fact that I've seen fanboys just like, oh, how is this gonna work? Oh, yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Oh, it sucks. And I'm just like, have you really watched the trailer properly? Because I've seen that one person has actually posted a video about it and he didn't like it. And honestly, I think this what's it called, movie will do well. Like I think the movie will possibly get 1 million. I think. Oh, sorry, 1 billion.
1 billion. Jeez, that's a lot.
Either 1 million.
I'm gonna say
700.
600, 700. That's my
yeah.
estimate.
What do you guys think about? Like, here's my question for you guys. What do you guys think about the fact that they've interconnected everything now and slowly building this, like, Spidey?
Yeah, it might be Sinister Six that they build up, to be honest.
I think it's Sinister Six. Yeah, I agree. I think it's Sinister Six, but it's also interesting to notice that how the backstory. It's a very interesting tale. I've never seen Morbius tale like that before.
Yeah. Some people, I saw some reaction channels, which they to me kind of showed something
they
interesting.
Didn't know the character.
They didn't know, or they were like, "Oh, didn't he have the suction cups on his hands?" And I'm like, "Not in the comics. They had it in the animated shows in the '90s because of censorship. They didn't want to show a vampire sucking blood. Like, that's why."
Plus, he was from a different country or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, Transylvania or something like that. I don't know.
I don't know. So all I know is that the movie will do well. That's all I can say.
Yeah, like, I'm hyped for it, and I think it's gonna do well. I think, and
yeah.
Also having that Vultures thing there got people super hyped as well. And the rumor going around / leak, so take it as it is, J. Jonah Jameson might be in the film as well. So
I'm happy if JJ's in this, if J.K. Simmons in this. I'm happy when he.
Yeah. So yeah.
So is anyone else got to say anything before we end this?
Looking forward to it.
Jigga?
Watch it.
Jigga says he's gonna watch it.
He's gonna watch it. Okay.
You guys nerd out too hard for me, these movies.
Hey man, listen, I just can't stand the fanboys of the MCU. I'm getting sick of it.
Yeah, Red
Listen, I'm a fan of the MCU, but just tell it how it is. Just say
you went off on one on the stream on Twitch, right?
Yeah, it's like I get sick of the fanboy. Like, listen, Feige did great with the cinematic universe, so stop just saying like everything is bad just because Kevin Feige didn't make it. Like, what the fuck?
Nothing is not everything. Like,
and like I said, the MCU has also made bad films. To me personally, I didn't like the first two Ant-Man movies. I didn't like the first two Thor movies.
Screwed up on. There's one thing they did screw up on, canceling Hawkeye.
Oh yeah, they didn't cancel. It's delayed indefinitely.
Iron Man. Some Iron Man movies were hit and
miss.
Yeah,
the last two Iron Man movies are trash.
Whoa! Three is pretty good.
No,
I think 3 was a good depiction of Tony Stark.
Yeah,
it wasn't much of an Iron Man movie, and they messed up whatever that character's name is as a cheap joke. But I think Tony.
You're talking about,
Mandalorian. Not Mandalorian.
Yeah, I didn't want to say Mandalorian. I know it's something else. Mandarin.
Mandarin, that's it. Yes.
They fucked up Mandarin, but I think Tony, Tony's acting. Tony Stark.
Oh yeah, no, I think Robert Downey Jr. is a good actor, like in terms of acting chops.
I mean, he's already stated that he might come back and play Tony Stark again, but
I don't think he will.
Dude,
if you do the Iron Man AI shit, I'm gonna get annoyed.
Yeah, just it's corporations, isn't it? They need him.
Whatever, but yeah, I think that is it. Because
that is it.
Yeah, so we don't know if we're gonna have another podcast episode? Because it depends on how much we get.
That shit about we're about to get more console rumors. Yeah, we're not having a podcast for that. Fuck that shit.
It's like it's always January is a dry month, you know. There's nothing really going on. This was as big as we got, and that was because it was a pile up because we were waiting. And we waited for the
off of December. Yeah.
So
the next time we do a podcast, guys, it'll be soon. It won't be like next week or something. I'm pretty much guessing because most of us will be busy doing our own things or some other things like that.
If somehow by some miracle there's several gaming news, sure we will, but I highly doubt it.
Yeah, I'm the same with Red Hood on this. I highly doubt there's going to be news, especially considering Sony will probably put up, won't say anything for about a month, and we won't hear anything from Xbox for a while. So
yeah,
but
it is what it is.
I want to say everyone that came to the stream, thank you guys. Thank Blaze 4K for showing up. Chop, Baby D, and Jesus and Hardhead and the Lurkers and Meds as well. And the people watching this as a video or even a episode on SoundCloud/Spotify, if I get that done, I definitely will have this up by Friday. It's gonna happen actually. I'm gonna actually upload and I'll put that actually into my Twitter account as well. So follow me on Twitter at Retro240, and down below I'll be streaming, more frequently, 2 hours a week. So tomorrow I will be streaming around 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. So look forward to that. And also, don't follow my Mixer. I don't really do much. And I'll be creating more content. I'll be creating a couple videos on the weekend and spacing them out. It's going to be more Morbius. I'll be analyzing more of the trailer, speculations and theories, what I think will happen, and more connection to the MCU by looking at the trailer and stuff like that. And anything related to gaming, I may also put out. So, look forward to that content, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell notification so you guys can get updated as when my videos go up. And hit the like, share, do all that fun stuff. Make sure to follow everyone. I have their stuff in the description box below and what they say to follow as well. So, who's up?
Gang.
Giga.
Alright, check me out.
I thought he was coming.
Check me on Twitch.tv/JigAPro, Mixer JigAPro, Twitter JigAPro1. That's where I be at. Alright.
This is Red.
It's a lot of you.
Oh.
This is Red. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. What did you get? I got scissors.
Well, see, that's a lot. Like, you can't just,
Cap.
Like, no one would know unless you're both streaming.
Cap in this app, whatever. Give up. Twitch.tv/SplashRed. Started streaming again. I streamed Siege for like 2 hours. Missed that game. Only wished it didn't crash every application every time I'll boot up.
Yeah.
PC gaming, dog.
You guys can follow me on Twitter, which is at Taladia Plays, and also you can follow me on my YouTube channel, which I'll be posting a video once the trailer drops for the Batman game. Once there is a reveal, I'll be doing a breakdown trailer for that. You can find me on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/Taladia Plays, and this Friday I will be making a return back to streaming, and I'll be doing. Not only will I be doing Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, but I'll also be doing. I'll also be doing.
Last of Us.
Not Last of Us.
What?
Possibly Uncharted.
Okay. There you go.
Nathan Drake collection. I'll possibly
show up
do
in
that,
that
depending.
one.
There you go.
Depending on how long my stream and depending on if I can continue to do past 4 hours, then I'll do Nathan Drake collection. But I'll be doing 3 times a week. So I'll be doing it starting from Friday and then possibly Saturday or Sunday, and then Wednesday next week we'll be doing story-driven games and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting. Make sure you follow me on all my social platforms, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube, like I said. And make sure you leave a like, share this video with your friends, and also leave a comment down below and tell us your thoughts on all the topics we have discussed today. We would love to hear your thoughts. And until next time, see you guys later.
Peace.